58 of the HurricaneKaz podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Peng. And we back. Twastell, Maroon 8. Well, the whole
Why 8?
because aren't you Anicor 8 or whatever?
Nah, bruv, 13, not even close.
Oh, 13, sorry.
Is that like a 13 minus 5?
Sorry. I forgot that the X was 10 instead of 5. I don't know why my mind was 5.
Okay.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Maroon 13. Wow. We yeah. Adam Levine really got kicked out of the rotation.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do. I'm sure everyone's wondering when is Anicor gonna finally do this song because Halloween came and gone. But I think the plan is what, next week.
Yeah. I've just been a bit underprepared, to be honest. But
hopefully we get Steve and Cass also on the podcast so everyone could see it. We get the full standing ovation audience right here.
If I'm gonna do it, I may as well have a crowd.
We got to repurpose that Twitter account from when will Speedy shave the beard to when will Anicor perform the song.
No, but what's the point? It'll be up for a week, and then
you say that now.
I'll do it next week. What do
you call it? What did you end up dressing up for Halloween? Because I assume you didn't do Adam Levine.
No, and I think it also was a good choice that I didn't do Adam Levine as well, based on like where I went. But what I did do is, I just did like a face. Yeah, so like I don't know. Wait, let me.
What you
the face of what?
Face?
The face of what?
So basically, I was like, okay. Some of my friends were like, "Oh, we're not gonna like dress up, but we're just gonna do like, I don't know, like gothy, scary looking stuff." I was like, "Okay, that's cool. I'll do the same, right?" But obviously, I can't go in like the clothing because people would be like, "Okay, well, you just didn't even dress up." Yeah. So I was like, "Okay, cool. I got to do something on my face as well, innit?"
Yeah.
So I got my sister to help me. Yeah, Rev. I think it kind of slapped. Look at that. Okay, I don't know if you can see.
Wait, what is that? That looks pretty wild, but
yeah. So it's like, basically what it is like is black around my eyes and mouth, yeah. And then I got these like little metal hooks from like a little haberdashery store, yeah. And use some eyelash glue to like stick them.
Haberdashery store is a wild phrase. That's
yeah,
like
I don't know.
thing.
What, yeah, yeah. I mean, what are you?
I've heard the phrase, but I actually don't know.
It's like like for sewing and little like that sort of stuff. Craft store, I guess, isn't it? Yeah.
The craft store.
It's not like it's just like English, like a British.
No. It's an actual word, isn't it?
But it's just no one ever says the word haberdashery.
I just like.
I mean, Anicor does.
But yeah,
well, I guess so.
Yeah, I make that my next username for some video game.
Haberdashery.
Oh, here comes haberdashery. Imagine that's your Pokemon Go name. Oh, haberdashery brought the bastion out again.
Bro, that'd be so funny, yeah, because some people would trip up on how to pronounce that as well.
Yeah, but I feel like everyone could say it. It's like a longer word, but like you could say it with the English accent. You could say it with the like, here comes the haberdashery, like all accents.
Why did it have to be Southern?
I don't know. That's just like the only thing I can semi-remotely do. Fair enough. All right, go ahead. All right, so you went to a haberdashery store.
Yeah, I got these little metal hooks, and then I used some eyelash glue to like stick them above my eye and below my eye, and then also like here, like just above and below as well, yeah. And then got some dental floss and then sort of like weaved it around the hooks to make that like thing.
Dude, this is not like dangerous for your like eyes. Like you got a bunch of hooks near your eyeballs. Like you couldn't just like.
No, they're like stuck on my face. Do you know what I mean?
Let me see the picture again. What was it exactly that you dressed up as?
I don't know, just generic, like
scary Halloween. That is pretty freaking freaky, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's actually
sick. You know what it is? It's because of the lighting. Your skin tone looks like you're wearing like a face mask. Actually.
Yeah.
So, but that is still pretty freaky.
Yeah, it slapped, and it got better throughout the night as well. Because like I don't know, after like, I was in the club and stuff, and like some of the like paint was coming out of it. Yeah, but then it was like running, and it was like looking even sicker. It was like, yeah, I was pretty happy with that.
Okay.
Pretty good.
All right. I mean, I don't know.
What did you do for Halloween?
I think Jeremy Fragrance is still a little bit.
Jeremy Fragrance is so fun. I wanted to
hard
do
one
it
to top.
again. I
No, you can't do
wanted
it
to
again.
do it again.
That's too unique.
No. But as in the thing is that like when I did it the first time, I wasn't with the same friends that I was with this time. Yeah, so I was like, I could get away with doing it again, you know.
That's true.
And I
You
never
haven't even
posted.
posted on. You haven't even posted on Instagram.
Nah, I
Right?
never even posted it. Yeah,
Why not?
I meant to, but I just.
You
never
could do it
had to.
next year.
I can probably do it next year. Yeah. Yeah. The Jeremy Fragrance was sick. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Did you end up putting it in the episode?
I did. You clearly didn't listen to the episode.
No,
I
I
put the
didn't,
whole
yeah.
clip. Like you didn't have to watch it. You could hear you say like whatever you're
It's
saying.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, okay. Interesting
Yeah.
times.
It was good.
Well, glad the trip to the haberdashery paid off.
It did. It was like £3 worth of hooks. Pretty decent.
All right. Let's head into the. Oh wait! Oh, you asked me what did I do? I didn't dress up. I didn't do anything. I'm still a little like. Well, for now I'm not jet lagged anymore, but I was still a little bit jet lagged at the time.
You only just got back.
And then it was also it's so funny because I was literally in China when Pokemon or not Pokemon League of Legends World Championships going on, and their worlds was like
what
a
was it
month.
happening in China? No.
Yeah, it was like because they hosted it in China that year, right? Or this year, right? So, but their world's like a couple weeks, like a month long, right? So obviously, I eventually came back before it wrapped up. But then, like literally right when I got back, it's still going on. So I'm like, well, I mean, I'm still a little jet lagged, but but it's not too bad for West Coast because they start it was like their top 8, so their quarterfinals, semifinals, and now finals is remaining. And they did all the quarterfinals and semifinals back to back to back to back. So what is that? 4 matches, right? 6 matches, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 4 quarters and then 2 semis. And they all just started at midnight my time, which is not too bad. But they're best of 5.
It's pretty bad.
What do you mean? It could be way worse. It could start at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Then what do I do, right? Do I stay up? Do I wake up
tail
early?
end, I guess. But like you're starting all the action, yeah.
No. Oh, you have to understand. This is not Pokemon broadcasts are absurdly long, actually. Like most like esports games are not like 8, 9, 10-hour broadcasts.
Oh wait, how long is the stream? Like 2 hours?
It's one best of 5. So games last anywhere from like on the lower end from like 27 minutes to like 35 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And a best of 5, like if you 3-0 someone, then like you're usually done by like 2 a.m. Yeah, because like with the breaks included and everything. No, actually, like this is something I realized too while watching other esports. Almost no esports runs as long as Pokemon. Wow. But the thing with Pokemon is that there's less days, right? So it's just like Worlds is literally 3 days, right? Yeah. In comparison to the League of Legends Worlds is like a month, right? Where there's some break days, but still, right?
Well, also Pokemon just has way more people competing too. Like even at Worlds, like if you compare,
it's different though because you don't showcase all the matches. They showcase every single match.
I mean, true, but like if you compare like Pokemon, like any of the games, like Go, VG, TCG to like most other esports, like there's way more people, like just from a pure number standpoint, competing at Worlds than there are most other esports.
Compared to Go, actually, it's actually not that much more than League because there's 5 people per team and stuff. But what does it matter if there's more people though? Because you're not showing all the matches, so that's irrelevant, right? The amount of matches you actually show is like less still.
No, but like because you have so many more competing, that's so many more like rounds happening and stuff like that.
Well, I don't understand what you're saying because you literally could wrap up like a Pokemon Worlds in 3 days time, right? If you add up the total time for League, it's more than 3 days. Like there was a play-in which was a best of 5, right? So anywhere from like 2 hours to 5 hours. That's just 2 teams. And then they had 16 teams in a Swiss bracket, and they all had to play multiple rounds of Swiss. Like one, like best of ones and best. Like all I'm saying is like the total time added up is like still far more, right? But they just space it out because they have to, right? They're not going to try to cram it into 3 days or a week. That would be like crazy, right? But I get it in the sense that like these are professional. Like this is not like most Pokemon esports is very unique because you like if you want to go to Worlds, you have a good chance at it. most other almost every other esport, if you want to even just have a chance to go to Worlds, you can train your whole life and not make it, and that's how most people will, right? It's like a lot of more traditional esports is like actual like professional sports or Olympics, right? It's like, hey, I want to throw the javelin at the next Olympics. Don't matter. Like, I could train all day. I'm not going to do it, right? Like, because the amount of people, like, opportunities is like way less, right? But I think, like, obviously, like for Pokemon, they can't stretch it out for like a week, even a week, right? Let alone a month, because these are regular people that probably have school or jobs or whatever, right? Whereas, like, I was like, for these other people that play League they literally just play it, like, they're paid to play. So they like, it doesn't matter if they're in China for a month, if they're doing well enough, right? And if they're not, if they don't do well, they like fly back right away. Like they don't buy a return flight; they buy it when they're there, right? Because they don't know when they have to leave. But that's probably the biggest factor, honestly, is like it's not like there's probably some people that play Pokemon professionally and that's all they do, but like that's like
very few.
That's probably less than 1% of players,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, but anyway, all I'm saying is their broadcasts are like way shorter. So the latest I was up this past week was like the games ended at like 4:30 a.m. or something. It was a banger. It was like 5 games. It was crazy.
That's still pretty peak, but fair enough. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But it was worth it. Yeah. Anyway, so it was obviously going on during Halloween as well. So long story short, I did dress up.
That's not even that bad because like sometimes like the European broadcasts, I'll watch them and like sometimes I'll go to like I'll stop at like 3 or 4 and like there's still like several hours left to go and I'm going to sleep.
Oh, 100%. I used to I tried to watch a couple European broadcasts, and after like it was like Barcelona 2024, I was like, after that one I was like, dude, I can't do this anymore. Like it, like my whole sleep schedule was messed up for like a week, because of it. Because the first day literally ended when the sun was rising on my time. I was like, because it would start at like midnight or 1 a.m. tack on 7 to 8 hours of a broadcast, maybe 9 if they're running into issues. Dude, it's like actually like 10, 11 a.m. by the time it's done.
I think the last time I tried to do that was EUIC when I was in Australia. Never again, man. Because I had work the next morning as well, so I think I slept for about half an hour and then just had to go straight to work. And I was like,
your supervisor driving through the streets, like, man, how come all this garbage still out here? Like, I fell asleep on this street. That's crazy. That was probably miserable for you. Wait, so did you even watch the second day? Because I feel like you have been so tired you couldn't even make it to the second day.
This was the. Wait, what was this? Was this? You know what? It might have not been EUIC. It might have been Liverpool. Because this would have been the last day.
You did this all just for a regional? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's probably even worse.
You did this all for nighttime clashes to just win it?
I was back by EUIC. Yeah. Yes, that was it. I literally did the whole thing and Furret didn't even win. I was like,
dude, he just got crushed.
Yeah.
You're like, I need to watch this live. I can't get it spoiled.
Yeah, pretty much. Well,
yeah. But anyway, did you dress up, Tristan?
No.
Yeah, maybe next year. I'm gonna find myself.
Yeah, you know what? One thing I clocked as well though this year.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say it's an age thing in it, but like, so we had loads of people. We'd organized for like loads of us to go to this night in it, yeah. And literally 2 days before, so many people
for the Halloween
dropped out.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 2 days before, so many people dropped out, and like, and the thing is, I was also on the cusp of dropping out because I was like, look, I do really want to go out, yeah, but I also very much would also like to just stay at home and not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it was like, and the thing is, I don't regret going out now. Like it was a lot of fun and stuff, yeah. But I don't know, man. I don't have that same sort of drive as I did back in day, you know, like where it's just like let me just go out all the time. I'm like, you know what? I could very much you know what I did for my birthday this year?
What?
I went to sleep. And
well,
I'm
I
so
think
fine
most
with
of you
that.
go to sleep on their birthday too.
Well, yeah, but I went to sleep at normal time. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
Like, and I was so fine with that. You know, like I actually appreciate not having to go out. You know, I really, really do like it. But
yeah, but the thing is, like, I feel like you had to, right? Because you didn't go to this haberdashery just to not go out. You know?
I know,
Yeah.
bruv. I did so much. Yeah, I know. But also it was partly because so many people had dropped out. Yeah, I was like, I can't be like them. Do you know what I mean? No, you know, like because I got to show up for the people. So
Yeah.
Anyway, it was sick.
All right. Well,
Good time.
good to see that you had a good time. Speaking of good time, let's go into November for this Go Pass because
Jeez.
this might be a good time, maybe not.
Oh, bruv, I forgot to claim anything from October.
Oh, you didn't get the Terrakion?
Bro.
No, but you know what?
I do kind of
given up on that.
hate it because I always like forget. Like I always forget too because like
Yeah.
you still continue to progress over it, right?
Yeah.
Why not just give us like 2 weeks or something into the next month? Who cares?
Yeah,
Like what's the rush? You know?
I think also because like ever since it's not been level 15 legendaries, I'm not as invested anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
like
some
I
like
could get
nice
this from a
rewards,
raid.
but I get you.
So
They give
What?
they give a little extra time. It's not a ton though, but like,
No, it's like literally like 2-3 days or something, right?
Yeah.
I messed
think
up
it's
on the
like maybe a couple
Halloween
days,
pass too
yeah.
because there's like the Halloween pass plus the October pass plus like all this.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't transfer a single thing with the Halloween
Mate,
pass.
same.
bonus.
Oh my god, I didn't even know it
Dude.
was a thing. Yeah, and
Well,
then
yeah,
it hit
because
Sunday.
you were on the podcast for a couple weeks. That's why we talked about it.
It's true, actually. Yeah, yeah.
But
that transfer bonus was nice. I
Yeah,
definitely
well,
did some
we don't know
storage.
about it too. We can only take your word for it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm gonna wait for the double candy transfer next time I transfer stuff just to not get a single XL or anything. I'm like, well, what's the point of this?
Wait. Was this a guaranteed XL for transfers?
It wasn't guaranteed, but it was
high
three.
chance?
It was 3 times transfer candy, and then the XLs. It sort of depended on the level, but most of the time you got between like 1 and 3 XLs for a
1 and
transfer.
3.
Dude, you know what you could have got right as well, Anicor? You could have found someone, swapped all these Appletons and whatever you need, then transfer after, dude.
On the
That's
Sunday.
like 4 XLs.
I know, man.
No, you don't have to. Oh yeah, on the Sunday.
No, so
yeah,
you get the
yeah.
bonuses on the Sunday.
Yeah, on the Sunday.
You know how many Sundays I've forgotten to like either forgotten or just been like.
Well, I will say the Sunday thing. There's a higher chance of it being lucky. So if you want for PvP purposes, it's actually not ideal.
Yeah.
Like when I was at like the Pittsburgh regional or whatever, right, or even Milwaukee. Some people were like, "Oh, try not to do low friendship trades on Sunday because they have a chance of going lucky." But I do think the chance is actually not that high because I actually did it still on Sunday and like it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Also, I'd be most Great League PvP stuff I've already got anyway. So it's like actually, I started assessing it recently. I was like, okay, if I'm lucky friends with someone, what am I gonna ask for? Yeah, bruv, I want Satoddle. I want XL Pump Kaboo. Yeah, I want all these random things that like probably won't ever be relevant. Yeah, but just on the off chance.
Yo, how's your Mesprit coming around right now these days, huh? What's
I don't know, bro.
Wait, you're playing in one more tournament this year, right? Because you weren't at Gdansk.
So
I thought you were going to Gdansk or something. What was the plan?
No. I was gonna go to Stuttgart.
Okay.
I was gonna go to Stuttgart, yeah, but I won't be going to Stuttgart anymore, unfortunately.
Wait, what happened? You
just like for personal reasons, I
so you want to just count your next regional instead?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So next regional is Birmingham. Like 100%, I'm going to Birmingham.
Is that January?
Yeah, mid-January. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, let's just count that one.
I hope the next meta is awful.
Dude, Anicor's gonna be running the XL Pump Kaboo and that Citadel.
I'm gonna be murking it,
dude,
yeah. Like,
Citadel,
everyone's
XL
gonna be
Pump
complaining
Kaboo.
about accessibility.
Still gotta run the Bastion Furret core as well, yo. Like triple weak to fighting.
No, don't watch Pump Kaboo covers.
Sounds like a Tauntaun Batu team if I've seen so myself. Okay, anyway, go past November. So obviously it's already started and it's on December 2nd. And dude, I'm not gonna read all the random stuff that they usually have. So what do they have? So they have Rizion.
Wait, what? Did they tell us everything useful?
There's a deluxe version which this time has the lucky trinket.
Yeah. I honestly don't think the lucky trinket's worth it. Like, is that just me? Like, is spending the money for still a small chance at getting something to be a lucky hundo worth it? Like, you know what I will say? It sure is worth it for all my friends that get it, that want to do a lucky trinket with me, right? But it's not worth it for me to spend it, you know? The biggest benefactor to the lucky trinket is the person that didn't have to buy it, but still gets a lucky trade out of it.
Do you know what?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just like swap, right? A lot of people would be like, "Oh, I'll lucky trinket you, and then you lucky trinket me." But
I mean, I get you, but like, especially like when the like the global events happen or whatever, right? When everyone gets a lucky trinket, I'm usually like at the because they give you a certain amount of days, right? So like at like the community gathering, if I go to sometimes after, I was like, oh, you spend your lucky trinket yet? They're like, no. I was like, dude, you got like 2 days left, you know? Like, what else are you gonna use it? You want something? I probably got it for you. Like, oh, you got your lucky trinket? I was like, nah, man, but like, I'm doing this for you, man. You got 2 days. Who cares if I got it or not? You're getting the lucky out of the way from your end. Well, I mean, I can only I have to, right? Because I can only match the lucky trinket mirror once. What else after that?
I mean, the thing that like obviously you don't want these people to know is like you don't have to do the lucky trade by the end of that time period. You just have to use the lucky trinket.
No, but you've got
Oh, with
yeah,
the
yeah, true,
person.
yeah.
Like it just makes you lucky
Yeah.
friends. So like
That's true.
I could use a lucky trinket on
you're right.
Anicor and then not do a lucky trade for 3
Yeah.
years. It's kind of a waste probably,
Yeah.
but like you could.
You're right. Actually, I wasn't even thinking about that, but you know, that is information I will omit the next time I do this as well too, because you gotta sell
they
it.
need
You
to,
know,
yeah.
you gotta sell it to them. I'm here looking out for you.
That's how this game works, isn't it? Yeah, just get
Yeah.
stressed out. Yeah, bruv, think about all the. I guess we're getting onto it eventually, but like, bruv, think about all these dons who are just like, yo, I need to do all these shadow raids during the Halloween event. Yeah, because I might never see a shadow phantom again. Yeah.
Oh, they here. They here.
Oh.
We do got them. Oh, we talking about the Phantom and Yamaster here, or the people that raided a lot of them, because they're both here. Let's get to November, because
I did one raid.
did you only do one raid? Because it sounded
Yeah.
like you were asking every day, like, yo, anyone got a Phantom? Anyone got a Yamaster? It's like the
I
Dave
just want- I just
Chappelle
want-
meme. Like,
I
yo,
just
anyone
want-
got a little Phantom around here?
I was just trying to get one of each, but I didn't even get
You only got
mask.
one of yeah. Well, good thing they're in
I think the worst part as well is that like it would have been a higher level from the raids as well. So like just way more difficult.
Dude, I need to get some more
And a higher base thingy as well.
Yeah, I need to be grinding some rockets because I'm getting cooked by some shadow stuff these days. Dude, Shadow Malmar in Ultra League is disgusting. I got cooked so bad. It was rough. And then the other person I know that used it, like one of my patrons, he 3-0'd as well with it. It's disgusting in Ultra League. Yeah. But anyway, in the month of November, obviously Phantom and Bumpkubu are now in the Shadow Rockets. But there's really nothing crazy here. I'm trying to see what's relevant in these raids. Like the fact that we have the legendary beasts back. They're not the dogs, they're legendary beasts.
The Sableye Spotlight Hour, I think, is pretty significant. Just because, like, I think, you know...
for the Stardust.
Yeah,
well,
but also just
the
XLs
Morlo
as well, you know? Because it's like...
Oh, wait, it's Sableye plus 2 times catch Stardust.
Yeah.
Dude, how tragic is this? I not only didn't do the bonus transfer for the Halloween pass, I also forgot to transfer on 2 times candy transfer on Weedle 3 days ago for the spotlight hour this week. You're shaking your head because I know you didn't either.
I didn't even know it was a thing, but
I knew there was one this month, but I forgot which one it was. Yeah, man, I should even just caught the Weedle too. All right, well,
you know what? I actually did want to do something as well. I wanted to do the what was that thing? It was last weekend. It was the Dynamax raids.
Dude,
the Garbodor?
Oh, the Garbodor,
yeah, man. Yeah, apparently it's like you get loads of Stardust, but...
Dude, I forgot to, and a friend of mine actually even bought me the pass, but I couldn't do it. Yeah. No, but the more I think about it too, the transfer bonus for the Halloween pass, the worse I feel, because I saved up all these legendary shadows that I'm never going to make, or even these mythicals like Genocide. You can't trade them, right? So all you can do is transfer them.
Yeah.
Yo, that would have been the best time to transfer them, because I used to transfer 2 times candy, but
that's
I got
super
excess
high value
because you can't trade the shadow nor the mythical. So this is like the best time to transfer.
Well, not only that, but it's like I don't know if you had the premium or not, but the premium had triple transfer candy. So like,
I didn't have the premium. I mean, I barely even got to that step because I was in China for like still half of it.
Oh, true.
So it took me a while to finish. But I still did finish it before the event was over with like a day to spare. But
did you get all the way to the Spear Tomb?
What level is the Spear Tomb?
108.
Oh, definitely not. I didn't even know this was Spear Tomb. Was it shiny or something?
No, but it was just like a research level Spear Tomb, which is like...
Oh, I didn't get Spirit Tomb.
Well, all the Spirit Tomb are research level because they're only in research.
Yeah.
Right, but like Yeah, but like it's another Spiritomb, which is like
No,
kind of
I
hard
know.
to get.
I know. You try to sell it to me, be like, oh, but it's a research one. I was like, wait, but they all are
Like they all
research,
are.
no? I get you. The Spiritomb do what it does, but
Yeah, that's when you were like, I finished it. I was like, how did you get all the way to like 108? I was surprised.
no. I was just meant to. I actually thought it was just Stardust afterward because there's like a rows of Stardust after, so I didn't even know there's additional other things.
I wouldn't even have
It was
known.
just the one thing.
Yeah,
Just the Spiritomb, yeah.
It's so random. Does 108 even mean anything?
Yeah, it's
Is that
like
Spiritomb's
it's
dex
like
entry?
no, it's like related to the lore of Spiritomb. I think it's something with like 108. Like I don't remember. There's something with the
Nice
lore,
lore, mate.
He said the lore was related to 108, and the lore is it's something related to 108.
It
Oh,
really do
I
what it
think
do.
it's like 108 souls or something like that.
Wait, hold on. What the heck? Okay, I'm
Such a specific
linking this.
amount
This is
of
actually kind of
souls.
wild.
Yeah.
So it says significance from 108 relates to Spiritomb, and someone responded with, "There's more to it. It revolves around the number of temptations needed to overcome in order to reach nirvana, but keeping it Spiritomb related." Yeah, so 108 defense and special defense. The Sinodex entry is 100. Oh, that's interesting. So I was like, obviously, it's not actually 108. The Sinodex
Yeah.
entry? Who counts
That's
those? It's made of 108 spirits.
It weighs
And
108 kilograms.
wait,
Well, they
ORAS. What is that? What game is that? You can catch it in
Omega,
Route 1.
Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire.
Okay. You can catch it on Route 108.
Oh, that's cool. That's nice.
Yeah, but in my personal favorite is the number of temptations needed to achieve nirvana. But
do you know what?
Yeah,
These
that's
108s
a
are giving me?
Buddhist
Yeah,
thing
like
says.
you know when people talk about these conspiracy theories and they're like, yeah, Tupac isn't dead because there was 7 albums that he released and the number 7 coincides with like how many partners. I'm like, brother, if Tupac wanted to disappear, yeah, like without anyone finding him, yeah, he's definitely not leaving clues out. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna pretend to be gone, right?
Yeah.
But still release albums, right? Yeah, if anything, if he really
Like
was
cryptic
still
messages,
alive, he would not release albums.
Yeah, what the heck?
Conspiracy theories.
And then
Funny,
this other
man.
person's like, you're gonna like this way, of course. Says, huh? I always thought Goku needed as many spirits as he could get to create the spirit bomb.
No, apparently 108 was enough.
Oh, you know what it was? Because the person writing the article says, to save anyone from asking, the significance of 108 is 108 spirits gathering to create spirit bomb. But it's on the Silk Road. But they misspelled it because they meant it autocorrected spirit bomb instead of spirit tube, right? So that's why there's a bunch of spirit bomb comments in this. But anyway, hey.
So that's why they did 108. Because I remember like in the past when there was like Spiritomb special research, it was always like catch 108 Pokemon, use 108 berries, like all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, Tristan be cracking me up. He'd be like, yeah, it's 108 because it's something related to 108. I give a full explanation on Reddit. He'd be like, yeah, so that's why they do 108. I said, like he provided any additional information. Anyway, on November 11th, 11/11, it's Morlo. So it's 2 times XP for evolution, but Morlo is already a lot of extra Stardust, right? I really like that they have Morlo and Sableye because that's a lot of Stardust on back-to-back weeks. And the fact that Sableye is 2 times Stardust too is kind of crazy.
Yeah. That's actually really cool, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think even
we've been talking about all these cool
Excel-wise,
events, and I don't end up playing any of them.
Yeah, literally same. Like I really want to play it, but I have a feeling it's just not gonna happen.
All right, you know what you should do? You still got 2 eyebrows, right?
Yeah.
One for Morlo, one for Sableye.
Nah,
easy 2 hours to avoid this, and
that's
all
an
this
easy 2 eyebrows lost.
Hey, but some people bleach their eyebrows. Like they like the no eyebrows look.
I actually don't mind.
I feel like shaving it is better than
All right,
bleaching.
all right. This is how we get both of you to play these events.
try
You
it
do
now.
a Stardust bet for each of those spotlight hours,
nah,
and whoever loses shaves that eyebrow.
Nah, man. It's getting winter here. Yeah.
If I lose, I will shave Anicor's eyebrow. You're right. I shaved his head. I can shave that. The eyebrow will take less than 45 minutes. That's for sure.
Yeah, we ain't doing that. We ain't
All
doing
right.
that.
Outside that, into Wild, there's a silver bottle cap. So
One thing we missed, by the way, super small, but apparently the November Go Pass is the last time that the legendary is going to have a special background.
Yeah, see, why are they taking that
Bruh.
away? Like, what's that gonna do? Like, how often do people get like a hundo shiny or something background, right? Like, just let people. Wait, why? They just don't want to make the backgrounds anymore? Oh, okay. So it is related to the season, right? Because the background's like, Tales of Transformation
Yeah,
background, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So I
There's
guess
not
next
too
season
much
they're just
reason.
not going to have like a. I mean, they
I
probably
guess
always have a theme, but
Don't want to make a seasonal background.
yeah,
And just turned HD.
is it that much work for the artist? I don't know, dude. Hire Kaz, man. Kaz will draw up the background.
Yeah.
She make it pretty good too. Okay. Well, anyway, there's the rest of the stuff. Is just stay on the lookout. Wait, the community in November 30th. That's the Pikachu one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that in coming weeks. But
Okay.
Pikachu
Can we talk about it now?
just briefly, because we don't even have the full article out. Wait,
Okay.
what's
Well, yeah, we do have the full article.
Well, not in our
Oh,
agenda.
okay,
Just
right,
let's wait till Kaz is back for bird stuff. But what are your thoughts on it initially?
True.
Yeah.
I think it's unfortunately maybe not good because Trumbeak or Toucannon, does have potential because it's like
Dude,
kinda
didn't Z's Wise run it in this most recent tournament too?
Yeah.
Well, you know what the thing is? So
Did he
it
use
turns
it?
out, Rock Blast is so bad, even super effective, it does less than Drill Peck. So there's literally no reason to.
Oh,
Well,
it's kind of like
basically single move.
the Moltres like fly ancient power situation, right?
Yeah,
Flare
it has to be
Moltres.
like two
Yeah.
levels of
no,
effectiveness
yeah.
better. So like it's only
Yeah,
useful
that's so
against like
rare.
a Talonflame.
So it's
Well,
like
or like a Charizard, but like
Yeah.
Charizard's pretty much getting one shot from Drill Peck anyway.
Drill Peck anyway, yeah. So the thing is, there was like potential for it to like get a good second move, but I think, and the thing is, okay, not saying it's not going to be good, right? But like Toucannon's so glassy, and by the looks of the move, it's probably an expensive one because it does like 125 damage.
They didn't say what move it is. Oh, it's a new move.
Beak Blast.
Yeah, it's a new move. Yeah, Beak Blast. So it's probably going to be like around like 50,
I hate when they do like a
65
glassy
energy or
Pokemon with a
something like
big
that.
move. That's
You're never going to use it, man.
Yeah,
Which
but
is a
the
shame
thing-
because it had
But
potential.
like the thing, well, there's two things with it. One, first of all, I don't think it has that many like actually viable coverage moves it could get.
Is it?
But secondly, like Z's Wireless was running with Flash.
Dude, only
Cannon.
Toucannon could learn this. There's really
he's running
nothing
with
else.
Flash
Yeah.
Cannon. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he was running with Flash Cannon, which like is coverage into like fairies
guess
and
makes more
Cradilly
sense,
technically.
Did he
That's
But,
use
like-
it?
I rate that. He probably
But-
did use it, to be honest.
Yeah, he used it. But what I was gonna say is like Flash Cannon, especially like non-stab, isn't a very good move, and it's pretty
Yeah.
expensive, right? So like a mono flying moveset might not be too bad on Toucannon.
Yeah, true.
But like
It might be a whole like Lugia sort of thing, innit? Where like Beak Blast is so good that it's still better than
right, but the only thing is
Flash
like
Cannon.
if you're gonna run that like mono flying moveset, you have to see how it compares to like Drill Peck, Brave Bird, Dodrio.
Dude,
at
why
that
can I not
point.
open Gedanks on Dracoviz?
Oh, right, that's my bad.
When I click it, it says just
Yeah,
like something
yeah,
not
yeah.
to something.
Yeah.
You can
my
see the
bad.
games and stuff, but you just can't see.
It's I haven't made the page yet.
Bruh.
There's reasons for that.
I just want to
There's
see
reasons for
like who Z's Wise
yeah.
played and stuff. Wait, so he used it on broadcast? Did he win
that. I don't
with
know.
it?
But you can go on his profile and I think you can see it from there.
Yeah, but how do y'all not remember the one Shadow Toucannon if it won or not? Isn't that like the most?
I mean, I didn't.
Oh, I don't remember.
I didn't actually
I watched it.
see Xylis on stream. I just heard, I think him or someone else mentioned later that he did use it.
Oh, okay. So
And he
maybe
probably did.
He
It's
might have
like
not
a-
even. Oh, he might have not even been on stream. Actually,
It's like an alternate fear.
No, he was on the. He was. on
he's probably on
stream.
the losers final streams. Maybe even on the winner side when he faced Alejandro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was on stream. It was just like after I went to sleep.
I
so
saw a
didn't watch
Shadow
it.
Toucan the other day in
Well, outside.
Jungle Cup. Outside, what you mean? in Jungle Cup, but it was, dude. Like my Diggersy was like taking it out with quick attacks. Like it was so frail. It was stupid. It was
Yeah,
kinda
for
crazy.
sure. But yeah, like I think there's some potential of the mono flying moveset, but again, you just have to compare it to the Dodrio that has Brave Bird. Like, will Beak Blast be better than Brave Bird? I'm not sure. Probably not.
Okay. Well, be on the lookout for that too. Admittedly, I just said let's wait for Kaz because it's not my agenda. Like I just threw it in
Yeah,
because she
shit,
likes
my bad.
birds. But... Okay, we have ourselves more details for the Wild Air, which is coming up next week, late next week or next weekend.
Next
I
week.
guess it's still actively happening right now. So, but
Yeah.
the stamp stuff for Nagasaki, like it's kind of already happening. So by the time it comes out, it's not really relevant. Plus, like how many people are in Nagasaki listening to this right now?
All of
If
them.
you are, let me know. But
Well, they're not listening to it right now because it's
well,
not
I'm
out
just
yet.
saying in general, how many Nagasaki or like people that went to Nagasaki listen to us regularly? Because
They could be listening right now. I mean, when we say right now, we're talking about right now for them.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm letting you know. If you're listening right now, drop
That's
us a
how it
comment
works.
on
Yeah.
YouTube. You know, Battlecast podcast
Anyways.
with a Z. Are you a dark detective or fairy fanatic? They have all these research stuff. So Dark Path, you get one additional Candy XL for catching. I feel like we've already talked about this before. No,
Yeah.
one
But I don't
additional.
know if how many details are different now.
But I don't know if there's that
They-
much details in general
they-
here.
They like it's hard to tell because they like to do this where they just like drop like one or two new details while recycling the old details just so they can like keep
Dude.
making new posts so they
Someone's
can
trying
like,
to
keep it relevant.
Someone's trying to pass it off to their boss, like, yeah, I'm doing all this work. Check out this new article I wrote. It's like 3/4 of it's the same content from a previous article. But they're not reading it like, oh yeah, all right, that looks good. That looks good. All right.
They're
Oh,
just
Dark
trying to, like-
Detective Fair Fanatic, all right, pretty
I
nice.
think they're just trying to like keep it relevant and keep people like in their like thought process so that people are like excited or whatever.
Well, in case you forgot as well,
Oh.
too, for people listening. So
I
the
mean,
Dark
Anicor
Path,
probably forgot.
Anicor might have not even been
I
here the
wasn't
first
even
time
thinking
around. Yeah. But you get one additional Candy XL water for dark type mighty Pokemon, specifically mighty Pokemon, right? Is what they
Oh no,
specify.
this is different. This is different.
Okay, and you get an additional 1,000 starters for catching dark mighty Pokemon. Fantastic! If only mighty Pokemon were so hard to catch, but I'll take it if I get to catch it. And then fairy type, you get one additional Candy XL for catching fairy type mighty Pokemon, and the same thing, 1,000 starters for the fairy type. So honestly, I don't really care too much about like unless there's specific dark or fairy type that I really need XLs for. I don't even know if I really care which one to pick.
Yeah.
Maybe the fairy. I don't know. But anyway. And then there's supply balloons giving away like safari bowls and all this other stuff. And then we get ourselves the silver bottle cap.
Yeah, the
Dude.
silver ball cap is the big thing, really.
Yeah. Dude, you see this avatar of the guy with the hair next to the Beware?
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like
What
that
is
could
it
be
looking like?
that could be a next bet for Anicor. Get a wig looking like that and showing up on stream and stuff with that.
Bruv, the
that
one below
setup.
looks even worse.
Huh?
The one below looks even
You're right.
worse.
Actually, you should do that.
What are these
you got a
based
little,
on?
you got a
This-
little emo in you. If it wasn't purple, it would be perfect. But the fact that it's purple makes it even
purple?
better. Yeah, it's purple.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
Hey,
around.
you know what? We can make a bet where the loser has to wear that to like a tournament. It's perfect for you because you're bald already, so it's not like hair's not going to get it. You don't have to get a bald cap, right? For starters.
Yeah.
But second, I guarantee you that Haberdashery got a wig like that for you, you know? So why is this Beware like
Really
why-
long?
yeah, what is that?
Mega beware.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what even is that?
Like
Oh, is
what?
that-
What are they offering here? Like what is this a sticker?
Do you know what? I think it's a outfit.
But why aren't they wearing the outfit? I'm so confused.
They are
Also,
wearing it.
wait, what do you mean? Who's wearing?
That's
someone
the
wearing
avatar
it? No,
wearing
there's
the
no way. There's no way that's an avatar.
That's
Go
gotta
to the
be avatar
website
wearing
and
it.
there's like a.
What else is it?
I
No?
don't know. It
So long.
looks. It
I'm pretty
looks
sure
like
it's
an
the avatar.
unfinished toy or something they're making. Like you see the base stitching, but there's no like additional stuff covering it.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
Wait. Let me. Okay, it's a B. Okay. Oh, it is an avatar item, right? So there'll be continue to be after event ends. Beware onesie, and then more grim hairstyle. Wait, so this onesie, like you don't even see the face of the trainer.
Yeah, that's actually kind of funny to play against.
So we're all going to just be wearing Beware, like.
Imagine.
I think some people might put it on
Beware
so that they don't have to see their avatar like creepily smiling when they get experience every time.
Dude, I honestly hate
Oh,
that thing because you
that
know
is
how many
so
times I
sweet.
accidentally dropped a. Dude, for
Swear down.
everything. For everything. It's like
You
your
accidentally
your
did that,
friendship
yeah.
goes up. It's like I feel like a raid or something. Like it's like the littlest things. I'm like, dude, I would have never.
I
dropped
wish
a
you could
ball for
like
this.
set like a minimum XP threshold for that to pop.
Is there
up.
a way to turn? There's clearly no way to turn off.
No,
right?
there's no way to turn it
Bruv,
off.
imagine, yeah, we've got XP lucky egg reminders, yeah, and still no star piece auto thingy on the
Dude,
GBL.
100%.
Crazy,
Well, not
crazy.
even that, but also when I hatch my freaking 12-kilometer eggs, you know how much starters have gone down the drain for that one?
True, true.
Because I don't want to like drop it early if I don't hatch it in time, right?
Yeah.
But,
Damn.
dude, honestly, that Beware once is kind of funny. I don't really usually like change my avatar much. I usually keep it basic, but
Oh, you're gonna get
that's kind of funny if I'm just strolling around in that. Wait, is that a real thing? Because I feel like that would be a hilarious bet if that's your avatar and you're dressed up as the Beware onesie.
I don't know if that's a real thing, man. That's definitely
Why is
something
it
you'd have
Wait,
to
Anicor, did you get that T pose?
Nah. What? It costs money, innit? I did not bother. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
They
I'm
didn't
not
kick you
really.
off the team.
It's fine. It's fine. It is what it is,
I can't tell if this is official or not, but they
What?
definitely have
You
Beware
actually found
onesies.
you found a Beware onesie.
I did, yeah.
Does it really matter if it's official?
Well, you can't wear it on broadcast if it's not official.
Ah, come on. What? Broadcast production gonna know every single Pokemon merchandise that's ever
Dude,
been made?
not gonna lie, it's crazy, but like I know one producer, she'll take a look at a plushie and be like, "Oh, that's official," or "That's like
What the hell?
that's one from Japan." Yeah,
No, that's
dude.
crazy, man.
Yeah, people be knowing their stuff. I mean, people bigger.
You know what?
They love
Sometimes
Pokemon more than they love.
sometimes I
love
want to say
Pokemon.
usually I'll say like, oh, you need to get a hobby in it. Yeah, I can never say it when it's like Pokemon related stuff because like this is literally the hobby. It's like, alright, fair enough.
What the heck? Okay, so I'm looking at this Beware thing, and it says there's a bunch of descriptions, right? Like why choose the Beware costume, like the general description on what it is. There's a whole section called "How to Get Costume Pokemon Go." One, grammatically that makes no sense, but also they says if you're wondering how to get costume Pokemon Go, wearing a themed onesie like Beware can add an extra layer of fun to your Pokemon Go adventures. Dress up as your favorite characters, hit the streets, and immerse yourself fully in the Pokemon world. Plus, who knows, you might even attract some rare Pokemon with your unique style. Why are they promoting
this?
Pokemon Go on a random like onesie website? Like what has Scopely paid them to add this like excerpt to like every onesie? This also makes no sense. If I wear Beware onesie out in public, I might be lucky and attract some rare Pokemon in app. Like
But
what?
you might be unlucky and
might have
attract
been
some
it might have been
rare
some
people.
collab where they like took the onesie from inspiration from the avatar item. I don't really know.
It's weird. It's just such a weird tagline. You know, it's just like it's completely irrelevant to outfit. Look, I ain't even hating on the concept of it, but like this just doesn't make sense, right? Grammatically and just like actually, because if you're talking about an event like, oh, Beware Community Day, you know, if you're lucky, you might get a shiny. Yeah, that's true. That's legitimately how it works. How does it work that wearing a Beware onesie will attract some rare Pokemon with my
That's it.
unique style, right?
They're
You talking
doing it
about
for
Pokemon in
SEO,
the
innit?
real world? Like,
Dude,
this is
it has
crazy.
a secret
doing it for
in-game
SEO.
code that has like a super incense.
Dude, imagine if you try to return the item and they're like, "Why are you returning?" Be like, "Because I didn't attract no rare Pokemon while wearing this. I was
Exactly.
misled."
Oh, by the way, I looked up the mighty Pokemon. Most of them you don't really necessarily need XLs for, but for Fairy, there's Wigglytuff, Galarian Rapidash, Hatterene, Alolan Ninetales, Galarian Weezing, Granbull, and Gardevoir. So I guess the Alolan Ninetales and the Weezing maybe. And then for Dark type, there's Tyranitar, Absol, Obstagoon, Meowscarada, Houndoom, Honchkrow, Drapion, and Weavile.
You don't really need XLs for any of those. Maybe Drapion.
Weavile.
What are you
What are
running?
you gonna do with
what
a
are you
Weavile?
gonna run in Master League?
Don't tell me what you would do with the Weavile. You're the one who said it.
Well, we're asking you what you're the one that said it's you need XLs for. So what are you running it with XLs on?
Bruv. Master League.
All right, new bet.
Yo, Mesprit Weavile core going kind of crazy here.
Yeah, man. Protect yourself from the dark and the.
Wait. You don't even have to
man.
run the Weavile. You can run the Sneasel.
No, because then you're
Sneasler.
weak to ghost types, I guess.
What do you mean?
We need the
Sneasler has
Weavile.
Shadow
We need the
Claw, right?
Weavile. Yeah.
Wait,
Dude, wait, can you run? You
Team
can't run.
won't
You can
work
run
without the
Weavile
Weavile.
and Sneasler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yo, Weavile, Sneasler, Mesprit Core. That's actually.
I actually do wish I had enough XLs for a Weavile. I think that'd be.
You know what? We can make the next bet. The loser has to run both Weavile and Sneasler in Master League Premier.
Look,
All right,
Team
you
core.
guys better be picking
what's
that
my
dark
thing?
option.
Yeah, we picked the dark option.
Write it down. Write it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And next time that comes around, we'll discuss it. I'll probably say yeah, but
Well, just remind
I'm not
yourself to do
looking
the
into
dark
something
path so that
so-
you're ready for it. Save
Okay.
all the Weavile and the
wait.
Sneasler you catch.
I need the same XLs for both. Innit?
Same XLs for both, yeah. But it's easy because it's like two birds with one stone, right? You just do extra.
I've not even got.
Yeah, but like, how many Weaviles are you actually gonna see, and then how many of those are you actually gonna catch?
How much XLs are you at right now?
232.
You're like almost halfway there.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Also, like, I think all of these mighty Pokemon are only on Saturday or only on Sunday.
I'm at 372.
So like the Weavile's only on Sunday.
Okay. Well,
Right.
anyway,
Anyway,
we will. I don't know if we do this beware onesie thing. We already have like another onesie bet already, but it's just such a weird thing to add. You might get a rare. I don't know. I just thought it was weird. Anyway, that being said, let's take a quick look at Go Battle League. Yo, all right. Go Battle Weekend's already over.
yeah.
Tell me you hit legend somehow. You just didn't post it. What happened? How are you gonna win this legend bet? I hit legend literally like what month ago?
Yeah.
Before Milwaukee.
I bet you Anicor's
Before
at
China.
25, 2600.
I traveled internationally and back, right? And it still hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I just stopped playing.
What's your ELO?
I actually forgot Go Battle Weekend happened. I actually really wanted to play it as well, but
you didn't want it that bad.
yeah, obviously not. No,
What are you at right now?
I don't know.
I feel like this is Anicor, right? You know, I feel like this is why we get along, because I relate to you so well, because you remind me of my younger self, right? Every time I started a school year, I was like, I'm gonna get straight A's this semester, all A's, right? Maybe 1 A minus. I go in, I'm gonna study. First day, syllabus day, right? Which is like your rank 1 battles, right? Real easy. You ain't sweating nothing. This is I could be one of the first 2 veteran, right? In like a week, you know? And then it starts getting hard, right? And then you're like, oh man, this is I don't know if I'm even gonna get a B in this class at this point, right? Meanwhile, I see some of these other kids, they actually hit the A's, right? Like, it's like, that could be me too, right? I'll be there with you all next week. And you'd be like, every test that comes back, you're like, man, I was like, I might need to set my bar a little bit lower. And then by the end of the semester, you're like, oh shoot, I might not pass the class at this rate. I need to kick it up.
Dude,
right?
Anicor is at the point he's not even gonna make the end of the semester. He just drops out of the class.
I've dropped out, yeah. I've dropped out.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Because you were saying about this
December. Huh?
Dude, like I said, man, it don't matter if you're not. We're gonna have a whole Christmas album of Anicor singing. You know,
there's no way I'm giving up this Christmas.
Here's the thing, right? We make multiple bets about like singing stuff around legend stuff. You'll have a regular album and you'll have a Christmas album. Like you'll be like a real like pop star artist because there's more there's more GBL seasons where it's not related to the holidays. The bulk of your songs is on your regular albums, right?
True,
but then once in a while you have a Christmas special every year too.
No, bruv, I'm going in for this Christmas one. Yeah, you don't.
No one believes you, but hey, you know what?
You don't need to believe me.
I always appreciate that you have the confidence to take me up on the bets, because hey, I mean, good.
Wait, Anicor, so what is your ELO right now?
2,800.
All right, that's better than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you know.
But I feel like you were at 2,800. You were at 2,800s when I was at like 2,800s.
I mean,
wasn't that what?
Wrong. I just thought he would have tanked at this.
Yeah, like weren't you at like 2,800? You hit expert before me. I think you did.
I don't know if I did.
Because I was doing well, and then I went back down to 2,600s, and I climbed back up.
You know what Anicor needs to motivate him? He needs that clown costume part of the bet too.
Dude.
Nah,
I
that
don't
did
know.
nothing for motivation.
It just
bro.
made him
What-
like hate putting
what
on
did that do?
makeup every day.
That was long.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing.
Did you return the outfit
No,
and
it's
everything
under my
too?
bed.
You never. He's like, because I might need it in the future. You can take the
No,
clown fit off, but the man's still a clown inside.
no, that is yes.
How about you have a
Maybe
new
I could have bust that out for
Yeah.
Halloween. I'm not gonna
That
lie.
you have
That
a
would've been
date
good.
over, and like she stayed the night, and she's like pulls out like, "What's this?" like, girl, you don't even know what kind of man you're dating.
Hey, some people are into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never know. Yeah.
Yeah, keeping a wide range.
Yeah. I mean.
Cast a wide net.
Yeah, a little bit something for everyone. All right, now let's talk about the championship series. Go, what's your elo at, Tristan?
Yay.
Dude,
Like-
you should have just joined this legend bet too. You might hit it before Anicor does at this rate.
Nah,
Bruv, if
I
you say
haven't,
anything
like,
lower than 2800, yeah, then you can't comment on the GBL section ever again.
But
Yeah, 'cause
he
this
but
guy
he
was
didn't
roasting
make
me
a
a moment
bet.
ago.
Oh, all right,
Yeah.
what are you at, Tristan?
I don't think I've played since last time. So
Brother, yeah. let me not hear a peep out of you.
Don't
Yeah,
you can't be saying this. He didn't make no bet. He has no incentive to do it.
I know.
You're like, you know
Why
what
you
it's like?
getting on me for,
It's like
you
we
know?
were in a boxing match. I knocked you out, right? And then there's a kid making fun of you on the sidelines. You'd be like, what? You want to hop in the ring next? Huh? You ain't gonna be able to take this guy either.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Dude, this reminds me of one of the funniest Twitter reactions I've ever seen, right? It was like some guy criticizing some UFC fighter, right? Be like, I don't remember who it was, right? But some UFC fighter, he'd be like, man, this guy played awful and stuff, right? Or he fought awful, right? Like a kid, like this guy's so washed, like he's not going to be able to beat another guy, he should retire, or whatever. And then the UFC fighter sees the comment in response, be like, how about you come and say that to my face?
Yes,
And he's like, no, because you probably beat me up. He's like, all right, fair.
It's true.
Too good. You know, hey, are you still down to do this Pokemon Go boxing thing down the road?
Yeah, actually,
I need to start training.
yeah. I've been, at the moment I would whoop you. I'm not gonna lie.
You think so? You think so?
I've been
You've
training,
been training?
like 3. So I was doing Muay Thai twice a week, like
Yeah.
throughout
You said
this
that
year.
real confidently. I don't know.
Now I've
You
been doing it
you
3
know
times
you know
a week.
Francis Ngannou?
Yeah.
So he's just like a freak in nature, right? Really strong, but he doesn't have the best form. But he's the kind of person where like he's throwing bad punches, but he lands one and you're out, right? So like all these boxers that are like also heavyweights, they're like stressed out because like I know I'm better at fighting than him, but if I make one misstep, I'm done, right? That's me. I'm Francis Ngannou in this situation.
Okay, I was thinking
Are
it was the
you?
other way around. I don't know if
I
he is, but-
I mean, the strength differential
you know what,
percentage-wise is actually probably a good accurate.
Yeah, but I reckon like if
But
you-
obviously, like his strength is like way more like.
Yeah. I reckon like if you learn like normal like punching form, then
I need to know how to
but
throw a
then it
punch.
comes down, exactly.
Yeah.
But and then it comes down to like, okay, I just need to like.
I need to throw. I know how to throw a punch, and I also need to take a bunch of punches, so I'm not like
Yeah.
thrown off when you hit me, right?
Yeah, true.
And then
Yeah.
could be a
You
good
got some
time.
You got some time.
Could be a good time. Yeah.
You guys have been talking about this for years.
Well,
And
yeah,
know,
Kayla
it's-
still doesn't know how to throw a punch.
because then he hopped off the
Bring it
podcast, so
in.
the whole plan went out the
Yeah,
window,
yeah.
right?
I definitely
I
do
don't
wanna
even know if
do it at some
TPCI will
point.
allow us to do something like this without us getting in
It doesn't.
trouble.
Yeah.
Well, because like it's like
What can I
maybe they
say,
don't want to
you know?
associate like Pokemon Go with like
Yeah.
some like boxing. It is technically a fighting sport, but
I mean, look,
They
Hitmonchan and
had-
Machoke.
what if
Yeah,
we?
like,
Wait, they had that like
what are they?
They had that what was it, the like mega Halucha event in Mexico with like the luchadors.
Dude, imagine we had
Swear,
the
there
boxing
you go.
event in Mexico.
There you
Be
go,
like,
bruv. That'd be sick,
that'd be
because
crazy.
there's probably less rules there. Yeah.
Dude, and you know the Latin crowd gonna be way more hype, right?
It's
And it could be like, she got fans. they'd be like, And he'd be like, "Oh, you know who
I'ma
this
be
is?"
doing
And be
the-
like,
I'm
"No say."
Now I'm gonna be doing
Yo
the
me
wrestling
gusta.
thing where they're like
You'll be doing that
everyone
while I'm
cheering
throwing
man
down
out. I'll be on
punches,
the top rope. Yeah, Caleb be down on the floor.
top
be
rope.
like-
What is this WWE now? Dude, what if
Well,
we
yeah,
just
there's
name
gonna
it
be a
Doom
ring.
Real Fighting? We just scripted the whole thing. You do this now. Eric, why you take this L though for me, right? I'll give you 51% the winnings.
You script the whole thing and then Anicor forgets one of the sequences.
But yeah, definitely want to do it in the future. I think it'll be sick.
I mean, we gotta say it sooner than later, man.
Can't.
We're not getting younger. At a certain point, we're gonna be like old men doing this. It'll be like,
I mean, Anicor's the one been doing all the
like the
training.
geriatrics doctor on the sidelines, be like, "These guys okay? Like, I'm ready in case someone gets injured." Yeah. Anyway, okay. So let's talk about the regionals we had this weekend. We had 2.
Yeah.
Yo, it's a fun week for me because I've been doing those specified deep dives. So I was like, yo, that's 6 videos right there. I got a little recap of all of them.
True.
All right, so Brisbane. Did you watch it?
I've not seen any of Brisbane yet.
Okay, so
it was like nighttime for me, and I haven't caught up yet.
Oh yeah, it was actually.
But I know what happened.
It was actually a really good time for West Coast because I think it
US.
started for us at like. I feel like when did it start, Tristan? I feel like it started in like the afternoon or something.
I
For
don't
me,
know,
it was
'cause
around,
I
like,
was
10
working when
PM.
it started, so I
Oh.
missed like everything except the last couple rounds.
It literally ended at like 9 or 10 p.m. Like the whole
That's
point.
great.
No, it ended at like 10 or 11.
Okay, all right, whatever.
Well,
10 or 11, right?
same, yeah.
Close to it. But because it was like a 1-day tournament, right? So like I could
Yeah.
literally watch from beginning to end. But I actually, I didn't have time to watch it the whole way, so I just watched like the VOD. So shout out to Steve for the broadcast.
Bruv, I get a message from Mikey Morgs here
What
at
do you
like
say?
11 p.m. He's like, yo, can you do a usage graphic? Yeah. I was like, brother, I'm ready in the club. Like,
Oh, for like the
this is-
Dracovis thing. But
No,
wait,
for
what?
the, like for the actual stream, because last
Oh, because
tournament,
they had to make it
I
themselves.
did their usage. Yeah.
Oh, I
Last
didn't know
tournament,
you
I
did
their
it.
usage.
Dude,
do
people
better
didn't even
stuff in
know.
the background,
People
you
didn't
know?
even know you did that. You gotta throw on the
Bruv,
resume or something. No one even knew that.
I do so much stuff in the background, you know. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, we don't know any of it.
yeah, man. I'm humble. You know?
Yeah, it sounded less humble
but yeah,
by
the
the
thing
second.
is, I was like, the day before, I was thinking, I was just like, oh crap, isn't like Brisbane tomorrow? Yeah, and like, I hadn't heard anything from Steve or anything. Yeah, he ended up asking, but I guess like when the stream started.
Yeah,
So yeah,
but it's gone. 1001 that wins it all.
yeah,
Yo,
man.
Pokey Moneymaker got second. You know, this guy got third, first, and second in his only 3 regionals.
He
That
might
guy's
be the
averaging. He's
It's actually
averaging
sick.
second place.
Yeah.
He's one of the best Australian battlers
Yeah.
of all time.
He's better than the best Australian battlers at this rate, almost, right?
Yeah, Pokemon
This
Moneymaker's
is
sick.
like if he like won those, he'd be like at the same level as Jakobovic, right? But he's already retired, so he might be
Yeah.
the actual best current Australian
Hey,
battler.
okay, you know what's crazy? I think Gone 1001 was the only non-Japanese player to make the finals in the Masters division of any 3 games that weekend.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
the other
Really?
games all had Japanese finals.
Yeah, I think TCG and VG I
Yo.
heard was Japan versus Japan
Yeah.
in the finals for
Wow.
both games.
Dude, that's crazy. Yo, last year when they made it so you get the auto invite even from TPC regions, they're like,
Yo, they were gunning. They were like, yo.
Let me, let's see how many Qantas deals they got for the upcoming years.
Which, you know what, is fair enough as well, because like I think even
It's
I
probably
don't
not
know
that
if
expensive to
TCG,
fly over, right?
but like no, it's not expensive at all. And then also like for VGC at least, like throughout the years, the Japanese qualification system has been just as bad as like the Go one. So I imagine like as soon as the opportunity comes to like
Oh,
qualify outside,
dude,
then,
it's
like,
actually not that
it's-
bad. It's like in
Yeah.
USD, it's like
it's like,
from
what,
Tokyo
200,
to like
300?
Australia, it's like 500 something.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And also, the other thing too is like,
Dude, that's
just
like,
like numerically speaking, the Australian regionals tend to be some of the smallest events of the year. So like, just from a numbers perspective, you have less people you gotta beat out to get that first place.
Yeah.
dude, Australia is massive. I'm just looking at this country. They're all like
It's
on
about
the
the size of the
coast.
US, you know.
It's the size of the U.S. Like if
Yeah.
you overlay, it's like the same, which
Kinda
I would have
crazy,
never
yeah.
guessed. But there's this one airport in the very middle. Oh no, there's two. It's like Alice Springs and like what is in the middle of Australia like that?
I think that's what they
Steve,
call Outback. Yeah.
Oh,
It's just
That's the-
like
yeah, because you can't fly to another airport, drive across the entire country like halfway through. That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, but to Brisbane, from Tokyo to Brisbane is 543. Sydney's
bad.
like under 500. Melbourne's also 500. That's not that bad. Perth is only 400.
yeah.
Well, we don't have Perth Visual this year, but
R.I.P. Perth.
yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Man,
Yeah, to be fair,
Steve's slander finally paid off. He slandered Perth so hard they took away
Yeah.
its regional.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean, the West Coast is the East Coast is where most people live anyway, so
that's true. That's true. Because it seems like the West Coast people only live in Brisbane. That race seems like there's not a lot of people there. So
no, the other way around. Like the West Coast is just Perth, and then the
That's
East
what I'm
Coast
saying.
is like
yeah.
You said Brisbane.
Oh, sorry. I meant to say Perth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair
So
enough.
and then Jumothy got third. Refilling got
Yeah.
fourth.
Yeah.
Jai got fifth, and then so on and so forth. Who is this other person in sixth? Wait,
Oh, it's
Uela?
tied. It's tied fifth. I
So
don't
it's a
know them,
Japanese
but they're
player.
Japanese.
Japanese,
Yeah.
yeah. And then who's THJJ? Wait, what flag is that?
Singapore.
Singapore?
Mm.
Oh, they went from all the way from Singapore.
Yeah.
Interesting. I feel like I've seen that name.
But I think
before,
it's
but-
easy. Yeah, I
Anicor,
think
are you sure that's not Poland?
Nah, brev, I've made that mistake. Brev, even when I published the Gdansk
Poland definitely
on
doesn't
my
have
days-
like stars and a moon on their flag.
Nah, but I've
No,
made
I
that
know,
mistake
but
so many
Anicor
times, man.
mixed up those.
Really?
But you know
flags
what
one time.
you know what the worst part was, right? Like there's a okay, I'm okay, I won't go into too much detail about who it was, right? But like okay, when Nickname won I think it was Utrecht or something like that, right? So like I accidentally put a little Indonesia flag next to him because I use the Indonesia flag loads compared to like the Poland flag.
Mhm.
And brother, there was one guy on the Drakeviz page, yeah, he goes and comments underneath, and he comments in just Polish, and he basically just comments loads of abuse, yeah. So I'm reading the comment, and I'm like, brother, I don't know what problem you have with me, yeah, but like, you know, sounds kind of peak, innit, yeah? And then only about an hour later, yeah, I think it was like Smitiex, he was like, oh, you used the wrong flag. I was like, look, if this geezer had said this from the beginning, yeah, instead of getting all angry and like throwing some abuse, I would have changed
Wait,
it by now.
what did he
Yeah?
say to you? He said it to you or to Dracovi's account?
To Dracoviz, yeah.
Oh, you think like it's personal? It's just to like a general
No,
order.
no.
They don't even know they're
It's
directing
not,
at you.
it's not a personal thing. I'm saying like, look. Okay, I think it's more as well.
Is it a
'cause, like,
player in the circuit?
yeah, I don't want to mention who it is in it, yeah, just because like, you know,
Can you write it in our DMs? I'm just curious.
yeah, they're not exactly in good standing. Let's just say in it, yeah. So it makes sense that they would do something like this. But this is what I'm saying. I'm like, look, if you're gonna
Wait, they're not
just,
in good standing. What do you mean? What does that even mean?
like they're
I don't even know who this
Okay.
is.
you know what? I'll say if you know in it. Yeah.
I know who it is, but I don't
yeah,
actually know the
yeah.
context here. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell you the context later.
Okay.
But anyway, like the thing is, yeah, is that like, you know, if you're just gonna like shout abuse, yeah, into the ether with no context, yeah, nothing's gonna get done. Yeah, I got past the 1 hour window where I could change anything, and I couldn't change anything. Yeah, and only when someone sensible was like, "Yo, you accidentally used the wrong flag." Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, cool. This, you know, maybe this guy could have said this at the beginning. You know, but anyway. Yeah, I use the wrong flag quite often, but
Yeah. Apparently, it had a whole backstory to it that I didn't realize.
bruv, I've done it like 4 times now. It's actually.
Do you all have?
Hey, you know when one of the times was as well.
you
One
all
of
have
the
Twitter
times was when I
Blue?
stayed up all night. No,
yeah,
we do, but you can
that's
only
what
do
he
it
was
for an
saying.
hour.
He was saying you can only edit for an hour, and no
Yeah,
one
yeah.
told him it was the wrong flag until.
Well, you
after
also
the
don't have
hour
Twitter
mark.
Blue, right?
We do.
They do.
Well, why does it not show up on the thing if there's no blue
Probably
check mark?
You can like turn off the check mark or something like that.
You turn it off so
That was
act
pro-
like you don't have it.
That
or
was
something?
probably Polly's idea. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't really care.
Man, turn it off just to only use Blue Sky these days.
I do not really care, man. Blue Sky,
Uh,
bruv, Blue Sky, yeah. Look, for all you
I don't
dogs who
use
went
Blue
onto
Sky,
Blue
but
Sky,
I'm
yeah.
in some Discord servers he's in, and he's always posting stuff from Blue Sky.
Is it? I
I'm
just
just
want to
like-
say, yeah, for all you lot out there who have migrated to Blue Sky, yeah, and I'm not saying Twitter is good. These days, Twitter is bad. I don't even go on there, yeah. But to all you lot who went onto Blue Sky, yeah, how is it? because I
don't
can't
know.
imagine you're having a lot of fun. Yeah,
That's Polly. Well, but the thing is, but for some people that use Blue Sky, that's all they use. So like, if you ask Polly how's Blue Sky, he'd be like, it's great. But he's
people
also
even
not
use it?
he's also not using Twitter/X anymore, right? So it's
Yeah.
like if you look at Polly, his breakfast is just plain oatmeal every day, and he's loving it. He's like, it's great. And I'm like, is it? Because like in mine, I got honey and raisins in mine, right? But he's like, oh, I don't touch that anymore, right? So he.
But I mean, honestly, if you're using Twitter, you've probably got shit in yours as well, isn't it? So it's not really a good comparison.
Yeah, I know Paul uses it for mostly like non-Pokemon stuff. I'm just curious because like
I don't think he uses Twitter in general anymore.
No, I know. I meant he uses Blue Sky for like non-Pokemon focused stuff.
Well, I
like,
know. I'm just saying, like, but for Pokemon or non-Pokemon, I don't think he's even using.
Right. But what I was just like, I'm just curious because like there was a point where a bunch of Pokemon people like migrated or tried to migrate to Blue Sky, but like I don't know if there's like much of a Pokemon scene there or not because I haven't checked that out.
Yeah.
In months.
Do you know what I think about social media these days? Yeah, I think now that there is not one good social media because all of them are like, have good and bad parts in their own way. I feel like there's just certain social medias that are good for certain things,
I think it's definitely gone downhill a bit, Twitter, but like I will say it's also like where it's like where everything happens though, right?
Yeah, but like, you know what the thing is? I'd much rather not be there. Like recently, so obviously with like posting and stuff like that, I have to go on there, right? And sometimes I'm scrolling down and I'm like, and you know what it does, yeah? This is exactly what happened when I was still using it and why I didn't get rid of it sooner. Because like I'll scroll down and I'm like, yo, this is hilarious, yeah? Oh, this is so funny, yeah? And then I'll go down and it's like, oh, and this is really racist. And I'm like, okay, well what did I expect? Do you know what I mean? And this is on, it's just like, do you know what I mean? It's like, you're nearly there. You're like, oh, this is a really good social media. This is so funny. This is so funny. And then the rest of it is just like, bruv, why is this even here? Like what? And also, it's what? It's not like why is this even here? Because obviously you got like racist and like bad takes and stuff on like all platforms. Yeah, it's not why is it here? It's like why are you showing it to me? Yeah. What did I tell you? Yeah, that you think this is it.
Well,
yeah, I know what he'd like.
I'd be muting a lot of accounts though.
That's too much.
Wait, what happened to just only looking at your following tab and not your For You tab?
Sometimes that gets boring because you've got like 3 people in there and you're like
Anicor's not following
I mean, I feel like you're asking for this at this point, right? You're like, well, it's not bad, it's not toxic at all if I look at the following tab. But I kind of miss this. I want to see what I'm missing out on, right?
No, because look, you don't get all the jokes on the For You tab, yeah, unless you're following. But you can't follow all the funny people, right? Because a lot of the time, it's not like the funny stuff. Yeah,
it's just like a random one-off, right? You look at them; they have like 1,000 followers, but they have like 500,000 likes on this one tweet.
Mean? Yeah. So it's like that's the good stuff that you're missing. What would be sick is if there was one account, where they like religiously just retweeted all the funniest stuff, that would be amazing. I would follow them forever.
Anicor, be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah, that could be you.
Honestly,
right?
But then
what happened to the motivation back when you were like the whole like will Speedy eat a hot chip, right? That's the Anicor that took initiative, right?
The thing is, I could be that guy, but I don't want to have to like going through. And you know what? I think we had a similar conversation to this, like in the car on the way to Anaheim, but I mentally can't filter through all the crap to find the good stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's like, do you know what it's like? It's like them people who are like they're working in the police or like murder units or something like that, and they're like just so emotionally dead from all the stuff that they've seen.
Yeah.
This is wild analogy.
This is how I feel like I'd be.
Look, I get what you're saying, but that's kind of crazy.
Twitter is not. What?
No, but you know what? You like
Man's compare himself to like freaking like detectives on serial killer cases,
No, but you know what? Funnily enough,
to
though,
Twitter.
No, but you know what the thing is, actually, there's a lot of elements of the internet these days which does desensitize people to stuff.
100%.
And then certain people will actually have like real life implications for it. So I don't want to be one of those guys. So
I will say,
but you literally don't have to. Like, you could literally just go. This is the thing, right? No, you're like feast or famine, right?
Yeah,
you're like,
I am because
it's
what
a temptation.
Give me the alternative. Give me the alternative.
Just look at only your following tabs, so you stay up to date on Pokemon stuff, and then you Like, yeah, it's a
No,
little
I
less
want all
funny.
the funny stuff. I'm saying how do I get all the funny stuff without enduring all the bad stuff?
But you don't have to go
I
on Twitter
can't.
for the funny stuff. You can just use it for like, Pokemon
Nah,
stuff.
I don't need that, man.
Anicor just wants funny. Anicor
I'm-
says every
You used
social
to be
media.
big on like you preaching on like, hey, I got peace of mind because I only look at my following tab, right? And it's
Did
the
I?
best. Yeah, back in the day.
Damn,
You would talk
man.
about that all the time.
This is
That
a
was
new
that was a
bruv.
good time, I guess. I didn't realize that was the case, but wow,
Yeah.
how times have changed.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Apparently.
what were we even talking about?
Um,
Oh yeah, Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Yeah, so Brisbane was good. I did actually get usage statistics though, and what was interesting though,
This all came
is-
about because the freaking Singapore Polish flag.
yeah, I ended up downloading usage
Man's
statistics now.
talking about desensitized police force to like true crime and how that's related to his Twitter usage.
Look, you know what you know what a really unfortunate thing is, right? Is that idea that I just said of someone being like, only retweeting all the funny things, yeah, that would probably make a lot of money on Twitter. It's just a shame I can't do that.
Why
Anyway.
not?
I've explained it already.
I would no. I
I'm
don't
not
think
willing to do that.
no. If you retweet stuff, I don't think you get it monetized.
You don't get money.
It has to be your original tweets that get monetized.
Oh,
Because it's like if you tweet something really great and other people are liking and retweeting it, you're the one that benefits, not the people that retweet and like it.
See,
Dude,
and
if
then
that's
in
the
that
case, if that's the case, everyone would just make a Twitter blue account, be retweeting every viral post, and be like, "Yo, I'm raking
Yeah.
it in."
No, but I feel like that's what they do. No, but they
No,
don't do that, do they? They just copy it.
They copy it.
Yeah,
They scrap for themselves and repost it with like
That's
the
so
same
annoying,
exact
man. Yeah.
description.
So, and you know what the thing is, yeah? But you know what the thing is,
And the same
back in the
description
day,
works
yeah,
well because they'll be like, you copied this person, blah blah, and they get all
Yeah.
these hate comments.
They get all the
Algorithm going up,
Yeah.
real
But
up.
you know what? This is the thing. Back in the day, I feel like there would have been accounts which will literally just be like, you know what? I'm gonna repost all the funny stuff because you know what? Public service.
Yeah, they did it
Ain't
for
no
the
more
love of the
public
game.
service. There's no more love of the game, no more, man.
Well, apparently you
Like,
could be the change you want to see in the world. You know, I think
do, you know
Gandhi
what?
said that at one point. He probably didn't refer
He
to
probably
Twitter
did, he probably
funnies,
did,
but
yeah.
hey, hey,
But
2025
can't
Gandhi.
be doing that. Anyway, so okay, Brisbane usage was interesting. Why? Because we're going to get onto Gdansk usage, but the Brisbane usage was actually a lot more similar to what you'd expect from. Okay, this is one thing that I'm maybe seeing, right? And I think it is a difference between European regionals and everywhere else regionals. I feel like that's the split in the middle. Because look, if no, man, because look,
He's saying
Yeah,
the
I'm
Europeans were
just-
nonsense.
I'm just
No,
laughing
look,
because it's
no.
like you're approaching with the typical EU response, like, yo, we're just better than everyone else.
It's true.
You know?
It's
We're
true.
just you talk about like diversity. We had a mirror match in the grand finals.
But it was just because they were the best, that was not a case of
Okay. Let me
non-diversity,
hear
that was just
how
a case of
EU's
being
better
really
than
good.
everyone else. All right,
Okay,
let's
so
hear
look,
it.
so let me. So the usage for Brisbane regional, you got obviously Credilli 60%, Galarian Corsola 44%, and you got like Gastrodon, Furret, Blastoise. Now Blastoise and Furret's interesting because actually in the previous, like from last week, no, not from last week, from before Lille, Blastoise was on the rise in like a lot of like grassroots events and stuff like that.
Probably because
And also during the Brazilian event, Blastoise was quite high usage, right?
was it? Wait, which
yeah.
Brazilian event?
The
The one that Zardy won?
Yeah.
Oh, was Blastoise that high up on that one too? I didn't realize.
Blastoise was quite high usage during that
okay.
event, right? And also a lot of the top cut were using Blastoise as well, so
Yeah.
that makes sense. There, Furret during Lille did see like a lot of success for a lot of people, so that one's also not too surprising. But this is why I feel like it's all the other regionals and then the European regionals, because when you look at the Gdansk usage, I can't remember I put it. But it's kind of nuts, right? It's like
Is it nuts?
Yo, I don't know. Can someone pull it up? I don't know where
I'm
it
Day
is.
looking at
one or
right
day
now.
two?
Day one, it's
day one,
56. All right,
usually.
day one, it's Credilli, Corsola, Corviknight, Furret, Gastrodon, Clodside for the top 6. Well, what's the
That
unique
seems
part?
pretty normal. I don't know.
Yeah,
wait,
that
where is
does.
it? Where
Yeah.
is
Then
it?
you got Florges, Stunfisk. It's just like people are
Okay.
shifting their ground types from like
Okay, so
Marowak to
the top
Stunfisk,
six,
right?
yeah, top six, fair enough. I think then it's like
What
the
else is crazy
the
here?
six below are just like a bit more different, right?
I
But
don't know
then
they're
when you get
different. I
into
just
day
think it's like
two,
shifted for this specific regional. No, it's like the
but
meta
then the
shift for
thing is,
this regional.
you didn't see the shift in you didn't see the shift in Brisbane, right?
What's the
The
Brisbane's top 12? I need to see that. Do they have
so
a
the
top
top
12?
12 is I could send it to you, but like it's actually pretty similar to me.
Wait, if you have the usage, can you post a graphic on like Twitter for that?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
But you don't understand, Tristan. The more he goes on Twitter, the more he gets desensitized to like the
exactly,
harsh
yeah.
realities of the world.
Exactly. Okay, Shadow, Talonflame, Empoleon, the Moltres being in that top usage. So
Talking
these
about
aren't things that you
Brisbane.
saw in. No, these aren't things you saw in Brisbane.
Well, yeah, but
Uh,
Brisbane probably also has unique top 12 too, right? Well, what's in Brisbane's top 12?
But Brisbane's one. So what I'm saying is Brisbane's one seems a bit more similar to like the Brazilian event from a couple weeks prior, and also like the
Wait,
American.
well, name the top 12 so I can see for
So okay,
myself. Yeah.
Credili, Corsola, Gastrodon, Furret, Blastoise, Clodsire, Corviknight, Azu, Florges, Stunfisk, 8.
Dude, I see what this
Blastoise.
guy's doing, right? He sees Blastoise on the Brisbane top 12, but he's like, actually, I think the tournament that starting one, there was a lot of Blastoise too,
Bruv, I
There
could
was
literally
a
pull up
Blast.
the.
Okay, what's
Yalla,
I don't think the
let me pull
Belo
up the.
I still
Horizonte
don't
was their
understand the
top
point
12.
he's trying to make.
No, I know, but I see it now. The moment he's at Blastoise, I was like, oh, he's like trying to say that, yeah, Brisbane's a little too similar, right? Because to the other Blastoise usage. Okay, yeah, Blastoise was top usage in. Oh no, this is day 2 though for
In Belo
Lil.
Horizonte.
I feel like the thing too you have to keep in mind with like Brisbane is it is a smaller tournament too, so like
That too.
the usage is a little more susceptible to like
What's
looking a little different.
what's Bello's top 12? Is there a Blastoise on there? Because I don't think there's a Blastoise.
There is. There
Is
is.
What
It's
is
number
it?
8. Yeah.
No, but day 2 or day 1?
Both.
Really?
Yeah,
one
the thing is there was no stream for Bello, and then no one ever posted a usage graphic for it.
So then, how do you
So-
know the usage for Bello then?
Because they pulled
I've
it
got
off of Arcanine,
off of.
but they just haven't posted a graphic.
Yeah. Bruv, why are you saying this so accusatory?
Because we're still waiting on that
I'm-
Johannesburg data.
Yeah, dude, you don't
Anyway,
even listen back to podcasts. The podcast you're not on. You think this is accusatory? They've been putting.
what do you
Really
call it?
putting me
I'm the martyr. Yeah. I'm the Drake of his martyr.
This
Yeah.
makes
That's
me
true,
so
because
smart.
Polly's not even
fine.
on Twitter anymore. Like
fine.
he's like
I'll-
semi-retired from Dracoviz at this point, right?
I'll take it. I'll take it. But yeah, Gdansk was really interesting because I mean, come on, some of these day 2 teams are.
Wait, how did we just go from Brisbane to Gdansk? I don't even
Because
know
it was
what
on the
point.
same weekend.
I don't know what point you're trying to make about Brisbane.
Oh yeah, we're still on Brisbane right now. Let's
okay,
talk
so
about. You want to talk about
point I was-
Gdansk or like what? Wait,
Well,
okay.
we should
Before
wrap
we
up
move to
Brisbane.
Gdansk, can I say, is this the first Pangoro championship win ever?
Possibly, I think Steve.
think
would
it
know.
might
I think
be.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, Steve, all right. Well, we'll ask him. No, but Gon played. He played well. So he dude, he could have honestly, because I watched those grand finals, well, all the best of fives. He could have 5-0'd Poke Moneymaker. Like the 2 games, he reverse swept him. So he lost the first 2 games. First 2 games, he leads Corsola into Poke Moneymaker, Shadow, and Nightlape.
Ooh.
And
Both
lost.
games lost.
And
Then
at that
then the
point,
next 3 games, he's like
at that
lead and still wins them.
no, at that point, after he lost twice like that, I was like, oh, he's cooked. Like Poke Moneymaker just has his number. But then
Yeah,
he
I got the
came
results
back.
spoiled for me though. So, dude, no hate, man, but X Gerald really messed me up, right? He just
Right.
tweets out on Twitter, "Congrats, gone." That's all he tweets. I was like, bro,
No, that's dead,
no one
bro.
just randomly tweets "Congrats" some random Australian their weekend of an Australian tournament if they didn't win it all, right? He wouldn't tweet that. Such a random. Couldn't you just DM him that, X Gerald? Like that's such like there was nothing else attached to that message. He
Yeah,
literally.
this is why I keep off Twitter. Yeah, ain't nothing good on there. Spoilers and everything.
What's X Gerald's Pokemon thing? I don't even know.
Man,
Gerald.
the one thing that killed me though is I think 1 or 2 of the casters were like talking about Gon's Pangoro. They're like, "Oh, this is so cool! It came out of nowhere," and I'm like, didn't Coxiac just get like third place with it like the weekend before? Like, I wouldn't say it came out of nowhere.
Wait, what happened? Wait, what came out? Oh, the Pangoro.
Yeah, they were like saying like, oh, like they were like saying like it sort of came out of nowhere, and I'm like, it just got third place
All
last
right, here's the
weekend,
theme,
guys.
right? If you're from your region, just like Anicor be hyping up the EU region, I'm sure the Aussies are hyping up their region. Like, yo, man, no one bring Pangoro in these past tournaments either, right? We got the spice here. Okay, well, it's just the Blastoise, right? I mean, for what it's worth, I do think there was a decent meta shift. Maybe not on the Brisbane side, but maybe
I feel
on.
like if you look at the Brisbane like top 8 at least, like the teams were kind of all over the place. I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Like
that's just
the
the theme of this current season. All right, let's talk about Gdansk actually, because we could tie that into Gdansk as well.
wait,
But
we're not gonna shout out like the top teams or anything.
I mean, we can. We're just gonna. Okay, I don't mind that, but us reading off 6 Pokemon from 3 trainers is not gonna be like. I don't think a listener will be like, I'm gonna run those 6 Pokemon just on the podcast, right? I think the most notable thing is because we have the graphic on screen. You can take a look at it, right? But I don't think I don't know. I don't think we need to do that for every one of these.
I mean, I'm not saying like every Pokemon, just like some of the interesting ones. Like we had 4 Blastoise in the top 8. We had
but for Anicor, that's not that unique. Okay,
like,
go ahead. Yeah,
we
say,
had
say
like
your thing, yeah.
Pokemon Maker getting second with a Fearow and a Shadow Drapion coming back.
Yeah, the Drapion did actually not look that good. Actually, it struggled against the Corsola because I watched those matches. I thought it was okay at first because it beat a Gastrodon when he was able to bait like Jumati, I think, in his matchup. Pokemon Maker had a disgusting matchup into Jumati though, so there wasn't much Jumati to do.
I mean, Jumati like was so weak to fighters in general. Like he struggled against Gon and Pokemon Maker.
He was like 5 times weak to Annihilate and 5 times weak to Fearow.
Yeah.
So they like covered each other too well.
And he was also like 5 times weak to Pangoro too. Like he just didn't have great answers to fighters in general. Like he struggled in both winners and losers finals.
Pangoro doesn't have as much sweep potential as the other stuff on Pokemon. Like Jumati definitely could have had like Jumati had more play into Gon's team, 100%.
True, but like he didn't have even though the Pangoro didn't have the same sweep potential, he didn't have any sort of reliable answer into it either.
I brought the Ninetales back again. Yeah. I don't know. But either way, I think Gon's team was really solid. His Shadow Sister was stupid safe in the Pokemon Maker's team. And the moment he realized that, he just saved all his shields for it. That's how he reverse swept. Yeah. And hey, Pokemon Maker's no like slouch. That's not an easy opponent to reverse sweep, right?
Yeah.
Going down 2 games when you led Corsola into the Shadow Annihilate, but congrats to Gon for the first win. Yeah. But yeah, so we have that locked in too. And honestly, Gon's been like, I think he's like always solid, especially on like the Oceania leaderboards, but
yeah,
he just never. I think this is honestly his first top 3 even. Like first time possibly, it's the first time he's played a best of 5.
Yeah.
But
shout out to him.
Shout out to him. And let's take a look at Gdansk because apparently this is the region that's innovated. You know, it's I say it's the region that innovates. Man. I look at the top 4. It's all Furret and like Altaria and Corviknight. Dude, the first 3 teams all have Corviknight, Altaria, and Furrets. They all have a ground.
Yeah. Well, the first 3 teams are all like those teams came from the same like group chat. Do you know what I mean?
So Boom's not even in Tea and Pizza, right? They just like Boom and David just worked on the team together or something.
Yeah.
Are they're like
all 3 of them
best friends or good friends or something?
Yeah,
they work together with Colin as well.
So you have to kind of like consider all that as one, and then look at the rest of the team.
Why didn't Colin just copy
Shadow Dragon? Huh?
Why didn't Colin
he personally didn't want to use that team because he said it was like a bit weak to Credilli, I think he said, or something like that.
Well, it wasn't that weak to Credilli but
but yeah, look, you got like Shadow Gyarados in there. You got some Greninjas. You got some Shadow Steelix. You got some.
Dude, you're just naming random one-offs, right?
Like, yeah, but they're 2
you about to say a Shadow Toucan.
Bro, these things are 2-offs. Yeah, I'm not even talking. Like, if it was a 1-off, yeah, that's a Shadow Toucan. Yeah, but these are 2-offs.
You know what? That's
2 more than
why you all got all this diversity in EU because ain't no one is brave enough to run a Bastion because when you bring this much spice, one Bastion could roll through half of these teams, right? Okay, on the top teams, I mean, yeah. What's your answers? You know, of Sunfist. That's it.
Oh right, yeah.
Colin has the Empoleon at least.
Yeah.
Colin has Napoleon. Well, Colin's team is fine. Colin's has
Colin's
Napoleon on
team's fine,
Cloud side, right? I mean, Colin's ready for it.
Yeah.
Dude, Howie's team has. If you don't have Earthquake and that Steelix, what's
Yeah,
beating
that's
back?
crazy.
I mean, the Dust Storm's okay. I could safe swap Bastion into Howie's team.
Yeah.
All right, we need to fly Meteor Fallian out there. You know,
Fly you out there.
yeah, we'll sit next to each other on the plane. You know, we'll get a hotel room together. Right?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Uh,
Looking at
Yeah,
it,
you
a
know,
lot of them-
legitimately, actually, you think it's a joke, but in NA,
Nah,
literally,
it's-
Bastion won every tournament, right?
yeah, just nobody wants to bring it here.
Yeah, EU.
Or like
if
people who
you're-
are bringing it.
If you're an EU player, get your brother out of retirement. Because I literally said this on the last podcast. Ain't no one brave enough to run Bastion in EU except for your brother. And for the one tournament that
hey,
Tomahawk
true.
brought a
Tauntaun
Shadow
did it.
Bastion.
Tauntaun did it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Okay, yeah. Wait, what was Tauntaun's team? Because
I don't know. I
But
think
you
he
know
ran
what
in
the thing is,
Leo.
yeah, I think there's like running Bastion, and then there's running Bastion like
that team is
like
wild,
Tauntaun.
though, from
Yeah, do you know what I
Tauntaun.
mean? Isn't it?
Yeah.
So I like
Bastion,
I feel like there's definitely
Blastoise,
better ways to run
Corsola.
Bastion.
I rate those. Then the Shadow Dragonite, which I hate because you have to throw superpower into every ground type. It's so awkward. If you don't land it, they're like the butt slap starts adding up. Shadow hit Paladin for weekly tough. I mean, he really just trying everything. Because then the very following tournament, he replaced 4 out of the 6 like a week later.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. He lost to someone running a King Gambit.
No,
What in the
dead.
Oh
world?
man.
Definitely
Tree.
choices were made there. Choices.
I will say I respect the variety of spice in EU, but I feel like the fact that so many people run spice enables more people to run
Wait.
spice.
They Love Jai was in Lille?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
He was
why are
in
you all
Lille.
saying yeah? It's just that was common knowledge. Why was he in Lille?
I think it was common.
I don't know,
knowledge.
he was
think
just
posted
there.
about it.
I don't know, I just knew
How-
that. I saw him in the bracket.
Okay, you saw him in the bracket, sure. How is it
He was
common
there
knowledge
on
for you?
holiday.
'Cause
Well, I think he was posting about it as well that he was there on.
but I thought you're not on Twitter these days.
Yeah, but
Dude,
I
man's acting
follow
like
Jai and
he's
that's it, yeah.
holier than
I-
thou. I'm too good for the For You page, right? I don't want to be desensitized to
no,
all
I
this
said,
trauma
I said
and negative
every now
stuff.
and then I'm on Twitter.
Every now and then, this was literally a week ago. He was in Leo. How
Yeah,
like
unfortunately, I have to be on Twitter to post stuff, and sometimes I told you, I gave the whole story. I was like, oh, I
you
find
know,
this
you
funny,
got
I find
iPhone,
this
right?
funny,
You
this
got
is
iPhone.
yeah. I do, yeah.
Pull up your app usage time.
Why? What you want to see how?
I want to
much-
see how much you're on Twitter from the past week. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm curious. I want to
wait,
see
I'm
how
looking
much
at this
time
bit.
it is in your
screen time, innit?
screen time. Yeah, screen time.
I
Let me
swear,
see.
we talked more about Anicor's Twitter usage than we have about Pokemon on this podcast.
Hey, that's true. Hey, but yeah, They Love Jai actually ran back the same team from Lille at Brisbane. Dude, he loves that little Ninetales. Is it even good in this meta? I don't even know.
So we are on 8 minutes.
Don't
yeah.
say today. I obviously today, right?
In
I'm
the
saying
past
like
No,
week.
the past
this
week.
is the past week. Yeah.
What?
This
Wait, let me
is
see.
8
Hold it up
minutes
closer.
over
Hold
the-
it up closer.
There's 8 minutes over the past week.
Oh, you be on Twitter on your
Yeah,
laptop
yeah.
or something.
Yeah, I was gonna
for
say,
sure.
but he's not telling us if he's doing it on his
Yeah.
computer, his iPad.
Yeah. Well,
8 minutes is actually a lot less than I expected. You tell me you went on Twitter for 8 minutes last week and you spotted
and
They
saw
Love
Jai's
Jai's
stuff.
post.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, he curated that feed.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Anyway, all right. So let's talk about the actual winners of today's. But so I will say again, I didn't really watch any of the other any tournament outside the top 3. Okay, Boom and David's first winners finals, there were like some misplays on both ends. Their grand finals was so clean. It was crazy. They were literally, all right, I literally could count I can name all the misplays in all 5 games, right, combined. David, I think in the first game, he was up a lot of engine, as you know, of Sunfisk, and he had 1 shield remaining. And then Boom, like, could not get to Trailblaze on Scizor before getting farmed down, so he throws a Party Night Slash. No boost or anything. David shields it, knowing that Boom had his own Something in the back, like half health. I was like, kind of a misplay because like Mud Bomb's going to do a lot more than Night Slash, but maybe he lost count on the Night Slash and like thought it was a Trailblaze. All things considered, though, he was so hard head on NG. He throws Bell Mud Bomb before Boom gets to 2 anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's like the smallest of misplays, right? You just shield and move, whatever, right? Maybe he miscounted by like 1 bullet punch that could happen. And the only other misplays that happened was Boom in the 5th game, where he doesn't throw Chilling Water right away, floor just into Furret. So he takes 2 Swifts before the Chilling Water, just to have to still throw like a Chilling Water and a Trailblaze. So he still threw the same amount of moves, but he just left with less health. And then I thought it was because he didn't want to get farmed down as much. So I was like, oh, that's kind of smart. But then he swaps it out. I was like, well, now that you swap it out, it makes a lot of sense because maybe you could get to a move later, right? You could use it as a catch potential later, but like it kind of. And then he's like David's, it's Something into Boom's Shadow Scizor. He shields the first Trailblaze. Then the next one's coming, and it's going to be on Charge Track Party against the Mud Bomb, and David has the Altaria in the back. And I was like, this guy's 100% going to catch on Altaria. Like, I already know it's coming. And he catches on Altaria. I was like, that's like a pretty obvious like swap there. But now that I think about it in hindsight, I don't know if Boom even saw the Altaria at the time. So maybe that's like still like a decent play. I don't know. But there's also a Corviknight on the team. There's another Scizor. Like, there's so many things that catch resisted like Trailblaze there. And then this is the kicker, right? He still could have won. He comes in Florges, trying to get to a Chilling Water into the Stunfisk. Guess what? Because he didn't throw Chilling Water early, he had no health and he gets farmed down before he gets to it, right? I was like, dude, if you just, threw it right away. But that's literally the only misplays in the entire Grand Finals across 5 games. They literally played everything else perfectly. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And you can say also the catch is like, is that a misplay? Like you have to anticipate him making a catch, a double resisted catch on a Pokemon you don't see. Like maybe that's not even that like much of a misplay, right? But it was like, in my mind, the cleanest Grand Finals I've ever seen. Maybe the cleanest best of 5 I've ever seen. Because, and I said it in one of my videos, I was just like, it's not that clean if you see Doombug 3-0ing someone in a Grand Finals. I'm just like, yeah, he played clean, but his opponent played like awful, right? So like, it's like, Doombug could have made misplays himself if his opponent just didn't give him like free energy every time or like, didn't optimize whatever. But like, I've never seen where 2 players played against each other and it was that close throughout with like minimal misplays. And they had mirror teams, so that might be part of it too. And the Furret had the same attack stat.
Yeah, that part was crazy as well.
But there
wasn't
the
even
same
CP.
It wasn't the same CP to the decimal. Like they must have known too, because I think they knew because the way that David played it, losing Charge Track Priority first, he goes for it next. I was like, why would you go there on Charge Track Priority? It was like, wait, he won it. I was like, I was even more confused.
That probably came up while they were scrimming or something.
Yeah. And my third point is I think Florges is still fraud. Dude, Boom brought Florges and David never did. And that Florges just did not look good at all. Its best matchup is what? Unova Stunfisk? Like, even the Furret made it rough. And then, of course, you have the chance to get it stuck on a Scizor, which did happen a few times. But, I don't know.
But you can't judge the Florges just on how it looks in the Grand Finals. Like, literally,
I knew Tristan was going to say this. This is what's happened for the past month, right? Outside of when I was gone for China, we had Amanda. I was a guest episode. I'll be like, Florges is a fraud, right? And he's like, but you can't say that unless you watch the entire tournament and saw how many wins Florges got. And I would say, you know what? That's fair. That's true. Did you see the whole thing? And then she's like, I saw some, right? Where Florges won. I don't think Florges is bad. I just don't think it's good.
I think Florges is good in terms of like being I
think it's awkward even for like a Blastoise.
Being a, I was thinking more like for things like Gastrodon. Do you know what I mean? Like being like a Grassmon essentially. But no, but this might be why, because like now you have a bit
because of Florges.
Yeah. Possibly.
Why is Marowak falling off though?
Maybe also the same as well, because like Florges is decent against Marowak as well.
Is it that much better to Marowak compared to Stunfisk? I feel like it's about the same, no? Because it's not like
I imagine it's
Marowak is.
No,
isn't Marowak better with shields up?
I feel like part of it.
Like,
Marowak's probably better, yeah. But I feel like part of it is that, like, I think part of the shifts we're seeing is that Florges is acting as like a pseudo grass, which is better into the mud slappers, which is making it so that Clodsire and Unova Stunfisk have more room to operate. I think that's why we're seeing some of these
No,
ground type
I get you,
shifts.
but no, it's better into the groundwater mud slapper, right? But it's not better into Marowak. So what's stopping Marowak from being used instead of Unova Stunfisk? People just
I mean, I
scared of
think people just like the
Corviknight?
roll compression of Unova Stunfisk. Because Stunfisk is better into the Corviknight, better into the Talonflame, a little better into the water types. Like,
I don't know. Looking at all these teams with Unova Stunfisk and Clodsire, I was like, dude, a good mud slapper can put in work here. Like, okay, let's look at David and Boom's team because they have the same team, right? You beat Unova Stunfisk, you beat Scizor, you can probably muscle through the Florges, and you can probably muscle through the Furret. Obviously, you're pretty bad into like the Corviknight and the Altaria. That's not that bad though, honestly. And it's not like you get walled off by them. You can still hit back. It's just not great, right? You also probably go payback with Corviknight. So if they shield one payback, then it's like, oh shoot, do I have to shield the next rock slide? I don't know. Am I tripping? Altaria did not look. I mean, both of them had it and they used it. And I guess like the top 3 all have Altaria, and there's 5 in the top 8. It felt weird. It was losing the zeros into Unova Stunfisk. Because like
Yeah, but I think
not only is the Dragon Breath damage different, right? I get like the energy generation is nice for it, but there's like definitely drawbacks to it. But also like not having Moonblast as your neutral hard hitting move,
yeah.
like actually like you could feel the impact of that too.
But I think the benefits of Altaria though is like you've got another
Corviknight.
bird which so you've got another flyer, yeah, which still has like the flying resistances, but doesn't have necessarily the same type of weaknesses. And like
Yeah.
you know, like you said, like Corviknight,
It is
Fortress,
bulky. I will say that.
Talonflame, you know,
Yeah.
like
But
all
like
those
it was
kind of
weird
things.
even to Furret.
Yeah, but it's still like a relatively positive
Furret is
matchup.
kind of crazy
You know
though.
what I mean?
6 out of the top 8 all have Furret.
Yeah.
I don't even know how Alfie
it
played around
makes
that
it
with
makes
it.
sense. I think people are looking for like the Corsola answers. It's one of the more like neutral, reliable ones.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think Lataria is actually pretty smart though, because it actually tends to beat the Corviknight actually, and then if Florges is becoming the main fairy, the popular moveset, Florges loses the zeros to Altaria.
I feel like Moltres is pretty good into the top 2 teams though, no? Like Scizor, you have play into Corviknight, Altaria, you win. Furret, you win. You have plenty of play into the Florges.
Yeah. But you know what? I think this is the nature of this meta, right? Like, there's so many mons which have like play everywhere. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's why I don't think
Like,
this one's particularly unique to EU. I do think they innovated a little bit in moving the needle a little bit more in this meta, but
Yeah,
I think the needle's going to be moved again in Vegas. No, there's no way this
right.
will be the meta in
But yeah,
Vegas.
Caleb,
I think so.
I think among other things that Galarian Moltres is part of the reason why those top 2 teams have the Unova Stunfisk instead of like or instead of a Kanto Marowak. Right? Like,
But I mean, can't you say the same thing about Corviknight? Because everyone's using Corviknight instead of Moltres now. Like Corviknight doesn't have a great matchup.
Corviknight's just really nice though. Yeah. It seems like neutral in so many things.
I mean, I've used it before, right? Myself in tournaments as well. But like, it's the sand tag's so awkward, and knowing
Yeah.
that you lose like every like flyer head to head is super weird. I think
Yeah,
it
but
is
it's like
safe, but
it feels kind of like Mandibuzz, you know what I mean, isn't it? It's like just you take all the moves, you know,
oh,
you
you
throw
know
out
what?
the
The
cards you
Altaria
can hit.
match, I get kind of why people are using Altaria because Shadow Talonflame.
Yeah.
Dude, you know, this is crazy, but it's like I predicted Altaria to be good in my tier list back in the day when like back in September, and your boy's right somehow. Eventually.
I think it's interesting because like
I like it better than Gudra.
I feel like what we just saw has been more of a meta shift versus like the start of this season felt like a little bit more of a continuation of the world's meta, and I feel like this has been a little bit more of a shift.
Was it a continuation of the world's meta? I mean, I guess there's like Galarian Moltres.
There's a bunch of Galarian
Corsola.
Moltres, Cradily, Corsola, some Tinkaton, bunch of Mud Slappers.
Yeah, I feel like there was. Yeah, you're right. I think it's just people are just trying different things now at this point. Dude, Mixin 90 got top 16 with a Citadel. What is that about? What does that do?
I'm not gonna lie. Every time he brought it, it just got cooked.
Hey, that's impressive that they got up to top 16 then.
Yeah,
Because
it was a bit like because he was on the stream a couple times, innit? Yeah, and he brought it like a good 3-4 times, and it just never looked good. It was such a shame.
you're like, this is my time to shine.
But I think it's also, you know what? It's a difficult Pokemon to bring when like it just gets hard walled by a few things. So like it gets hard walled by Scizor. There was something else it got hard walled by, but I can't remember what it was. But it's just like I don't know. It doesn't feel.
What's yeah. Anyway, congrats to I mean Boom played fantastic as well. He's already got 7th place in Frankfurt, so he got 2nd now. I mean he's like closing in on, you know, what do you call it? He's probably like close to Worlds qualified if he just like plays some locals, I think.
Yeah.
But maybe even without that. Because what you all get is it top 75? Top 75 for you all now?
65.
65? I mean that's still a good chunk. So anyway, that's
And Chris got top 16, so he's not as good as his first 2 tournaments, but he's still been having a really good season.
Yeah. Alfie as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2nd place, and then tied for 7th.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how Stone Collection made it as far as he did with how weak he was to Unova Stunfisk.
Well, yeah, I guess with
his team was literally Unova, Stunfisk, Corviknight, Golisopod, Shadow Gyarados, Tinkaton, and Furret. And like, it sounded like he didn't realize until like.
Well, no, it's not because Superior and Corsa beat it pretty handily. Altari has a lot of play.
Stone Collection.
Oh, sorry. So I was thinking Galaxy. Let me see.
I feel like the Golisopod could be like
that team is stupid weak to it,
but
you know what I mean? Yeah, that's actually pretty weak to it. Well, yeah, actually, I don't know either. That's a good question.
He's so weak, and like,
but I mean, there's only 3 people that did better than. Well, not even 3, because maybe he didn't face Paul Lasher, right? I mean, it depends on who he faced. Wait, let me just check who he faced then. But you're right, he is very weak to it.
It sounded like he wasn't expecting Unova Stunfisk to be so popular, and I think he might have also just not realized how weak he was to Unova Stunfisk. And then I think his like first round opponent had a Stunfisk.
Yeah, he actually won against more Stunfisk than he lost. He beat Champion Patson and Alejandro, both had Unova Stunfisk. He got 2-0 by David, but that's the only Unova Stunfisk he lost to. Yeah. Huh. I don't know. And then he did end up losing Galaxy Ball, and Superior is so rough. It's like they talk about Bastion being an RPS Pokemon. I feel like Superior is more RPS than Bastion these days.
Well, especially if you're Galaxy Bolton running Leaf Tornado.
No lie. I'm pretty sure, like, I'm not even being sarcastic. In my mind, I really think Superior is more RPS than Bastion in this current meta.
Yeah.
It has no play into the flyers, and the waters and like grounds outside of Cloudster have no play into it either.
0 coverage. And
it's like decent into a lot of neutral matchups too, for what it's worth.
Cooked into the steals.
Yeah.
What a shame. I think it's a shame that grass types are like this, you know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's why Cordelia is Cordelia, right? So, yeah, he was actually running Leaf Tornado too. That's dude, Superior, Greninja, and Talonflame. Dude, this is just a European Valorash. Dude, he'd be running those same 3 core all the time too.
Yeah.
He'd be loving that stuff. Or maybe Valorash is the NA Galaxy Bolton, because Galaxy Bolton's got a few more achievements off his belt.
Dude, I looked. Galaxy Bolton has run Superior in like, I don't know, like 11 of like the 16 tournaments he's played in or something like that, and he's run Leaf Tornado every single time he's run it.
Yeah, it's actually crazy.
Dude,
he's got so much faith in RNG.
No, you know what it is? Once he won Leo with it, he started running it. He actually went through it.
No, I think he'd been running it before that.
No. His first ever Superior game was Leo when he won it in 2024. He's never run it before that. He's only played in 3 tournaments before that, so for what it's worth. But yeah, and then after that, he just...
Man, the Leaf Tornado RNG just makes me mad.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten like 4th and 3rd with it and stuff, like 5th recently.
I
Yo,
think
he
sometimes
ran a
there's a skill with
He
those
ran
games.
Bastion in Frankfurt. What?
Yeah.
I was not familiar with your game. And he might have not been familiar with Bastion. That's a RPS. He had Bastion, Leaf Tornado Superior, Wigglytuff. That's a lot of fast attack pressure. He had a Gastrodon as well. What in the world? I mean, he
Also,
got
man,
17th with it. Huh?
also the day 2 usage graphic for Gdansk was just wild to look at.
Oh, wait. What was
Right.
it? I didn't even see it.
Oh right, with the
Furret was the highest used Pokemon in day 2.
No, it's
And then-
it's under Corviknight. Oh no,
No,
this is
so
top 16. Top 16,
yeah, I
not
did
day
top
2.
16. Yeah,
How do you see the day 2 one? Is just a graphic?
It was on
they
stream.
did it on the stream. Yeah.
Yeah, so you had Furret was the highest used at 58%. And then you had Altaria, Corviknight, Cradilly all
What
tied
beats
at 50%.
Furret? Just Corviknight, right? Like really
Yeah,
decisively.
yeah.
And then you had like Shadow
That's-
Gyarados and Greninja both making the top usage as well.
Yeah, I mean, when it's like actually just top 12, it's like it's just one or two things just make like throw
Yeah.
things off, right? Like a Shadow Gyarados like jumps you up because there's two of them, but there's only 12 people, right?
Yeah.
But okay,
It was fun watching Paula play Shadow Gyarados.
oh, again, I didn't watch those matches myself, but if she goes to LAIC, gotta be familiar with the Gary. So, all right, that's
I think she is going.
yeah.
Just not Shadow there, but
Well, because we're talking about Gdansk, I know some people had certain takes about the championship series. So let's talk about the T topic.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple tweets here. We'll start with Tonton Batus, Spice Master. All he tweeted out was, "This is the worst meta we've ever had."
Do you know what I would love to do? Yeah, I would love to like
I feel like
search that phrase in his Twitter and see how many times he said that. So
how do we
funny,
search
man.
that again? There
I
could be
don't
a
know how
way.
I don't know how Twitter search works, but that like
oh no, we're back to talking
search
about
worst
Twitter.
meta. Search worst meta. Wait, let me
Yeah.
actually figure out how to do that because that is actually
No,
hilarious.
there's a way. You just go to like
Um,
advanced, but
Dude, I swear Tauntaun complains about the meta every time he's not doing well.
well, okay, so what do you all think? You think he's is merit to this or what?
Nah, bruv. I love this meta. I can't lie. I think it's really good. I honestly don't really. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see what problem anyone would have with it, right? But I do see why people would complain about it.
Okay, I
And
will
the
say
reason people would complain is because people will complain about anything.
he's actually never tweeted about worst meta. That phrase.
Oh, is he not? Oh, what if you just put meta and let's
I'll
see
put
what he says
meta.
about?
All right.
Yeah, let's see what he says about meta.
Well, he said something about his worst performance was with a meta team. This last year, which is fair,
Okay.
but he played
Yeah,
really
that's
well
a good
last
point.
year. And
Or maybe would we say format?
huh?
There's a possibility. If there's nothing
Format?
under meta, maybe format.
I don't know.
Well, he said earlier January this year, right? So almost a year ago. Top 24 at Birmingham. Shadow's Glide score was fun to use. The meta isn't really. T billing's hard
Okay.
currently. I mean, that's like fine. That's
Got
I don't know.
like-
That's like, oh, okay, yeah. August 2024. Signing up for Lille Regional. Finally landed in Paris. These 2 weeks in Hawaii were absolutely amazing. Besides the poor performance at Worlds, but it was expected on my side, seeing my hate with the meta. He hated the Worlds meta.
Yeah.
I mean, but to be fair, that was not a great meta. Gligar, Skarmory, Chargebug, that meta was way worse than this one.
Oh, it was that Worlds? Okay.
Yeah. Hawaii
that
Worlds.
meta was not great.
Yeah.
But then, he says new meta is refreshing.
This is slightly disappointing.
He's talking about Great League
Remix.
Remix. I don't think that stream is okay. He says I can't stand this meta for real. I hope they make changes for Worlds. I just can only hope for a otherwise I could just only hope for a 0-2 in Hawaii. What do you mean you just can only hope? That's like the worst you could. You should hope for like a 1-2 maybe. But this was May 11th, 2024. That was also peak Shadow, Gligar, Skarmory, Lantern, Charger Bug meta because they didn't really make
Yeah.
much changes that year. So that's still the same thing. I agree with that take. It was a bad one, right?
Yeah, I can't remember. I know there's been some other times previously where it felt like he was complaining about the meta when he also wasn't doing well.
But I
but-
think this meta is fine, man. I
okay,
think
so he doesn't like this meta. He thinks it's a worse meta, which I don't necessarily agree with that.
He thinks that this meta is worse than the Trevenant Noctowl Lantern meta, which is crazy to me.
yeah,
Okay,
I don't know.
well, yeah, because he said Trevenant Noctowl Lantern was better because people were just spamming this trio and hoping to RPS between each other while you didn't need to play them.
How does that? Okay.
But this current meta, you don't have to play anything. You can play whatever you want. I feel like
You
there's so
didn't
much
have to
variety.
play Trevenant Noctowl Lantern either. I mean, I never played that in the meta.
I think what's good about this current meta is it almost feels like fighting games, right? Like you kind of pick your champion and then just like play better than your opponent.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Potamon, runner
which I
up
think is
at
cool.
Worlds, also said, "Can we please completely reset the meta and create one less RPS?" Our Jeff response was saying that to one of the least RPS metas we've ever had, and he said, "Come to Europe, my friend." Well, and then Tristan says, "What's RPS about the current European meta?" He's like, "There's no real meta. There are playable Pokemon, and the luck factor of not getting your team core breaker will always play a role because it's impossible to build a team that can stop everything without falling into RPS, which means many matches are decided by alignment." Okay, so this I did read this, right? I actually think in a way he has a point here, but you know why? There's so many random core breakers that could just core break your team and be like, "Oh, dude, like of course, like a Pangoro just rolls my team, right?" Or like one like Shadow Duster would be a huge problem for my team, right? Or whatever. Or like one Unova Stunfisk could just wreck it. I think he's not wrong on that, right? But I think the reason why is because this meta is so wide that people can run random stuff like who would have thought Unova Stunfisk would be relevant in this meta when all the mud slappers were here for like the first month, right? It was like no way you would run Unova Stunfisk, right? Or like Pangoro. I even joked about it. I was like, dude, you can't make Pangoro work, right? And then all of a sudden we have a Pangoro win a whole regional, right? So, I think he's not wrong, right? There are going to be random core breakers in this meta compared to any other meta because it's so wide and not RPS and diverse that you could just run stuff. I don't necessarily think it's RPS, but I do think there are a lot of core breakers that could just screw up your entire team if you just happen to face one. I mean, that happened to me, right? I faced like a Tinkaton, and I was just like, dude, my team is so weak to Tinkaton, especially with like how they build around the Tinkaton. And like, I felt like I would play hard Jeff another 10 times that had to play my opponent that knocked me out of the tournament because like his team was just so hard to play into, right?
I wonder one of two things, right? So
Yeah.
like one,
Someone said must slap.
if these kind of like, so again, like here we didn't see like as many mud slappers in the top cart, so it's like if these kind of meta evolutions happen, then maybe there's a lot more weight on making correct meta calls for tournaments.
Dude, someone's saying remove Corviknight from the meta. It's like that's crazy.
I don't see.
I feel like that's Corviknight like basically doesn't hard win
it's the safest
anything.
Yeah, it's like one of the safest
hardly
things.
hard loses much of anything either.
I mean,
like,
look.
Well, they were advocating for it, and then they're like, and someone responded with, okay, well, first someone said Mud Slap nerf most needed is under Potamon's post, and someone says, yeah, free up my Bastiodon, and then this other person responds to Corviknight needs to disappear and the meta's going to be fine. Useless Pokemon, but just like the Dene is an unhealtly presence.
I don't.
And then someone said,
"What is unhealthy about Corviknight?"
Well, this is a European saying this, right? So it's your people, Anicor.
Yeah.
And then this other response: Corviknight is literally the only answer to ground. Nobody runs grass because of steals. Mudslap is so cheese it could 2 shield through its hard counters, which I agree. And this person respond with, grass types will return if you remove that dumb steel bird.
Brother, grass types were not a thing before the steel bird came. Yeah, steel bird came halfway through the format. Yeah,
there was no grass types around. I mean, I guess jump love, but
no, but still,
no. But that was like a whole different meta. Like so many, like almost like a year ago. Yeah. Okay.
At all. But yeah, the other thing I wonder is oh no, I've lost it.
But I don't know. I see how like there's less of a meta. So if you're trying to like team build to counter the meta, that's hard. But at the same time, I feel like the variety in the meta is part of what makes it good and interesting. because it means that like we're not seeing the same teams as much, and there's more room for meta shifts like tournament to tournament because so many Pokemon are viable. And
The thing is,
also like because of the variety, like some of the past metas that were like so concentrated at the top, it felt like, oh, you just like RPS the top picks, right? Like Gligar's good, you just RPS it with Skarmory. Skarmory's good, you RPS it with Lantern. And you end up in these like RPS loops. But with more variety, I feel like it's harder to RPS the top picks because then that leaves you open to other things.
Again, I don't think RPS is the best phrasing here. I just think like the best way that Powderman describes it, which I agree with, is they're just gonna be random core breakers that beat you. You know, like it's not about RPS. It's like it's a more so that you have so little play into like one specific Pokemon that you need to align everything perfectly to get it, right? Whereas they might beat like 4 or 5 of your Pokemon. And you can't do anything about it. At that point, like it doesn't matter. Like it's just like, oh, I only have one reliable answer, Shadow Talonflame. I can't change my team now, right? You know, and you just get like completely like I think that's a better way of phrasing it. I don't think. Does that mean the meta's bad? Is the real question. I actually think this is actually not the worst take from these people if they say the meta's bad. All right. The real question is, because I mentioned this in past podcasts, a meta is not good just because there's a lot of options in diversity. And a meta is not bad just because there's only like 6 viable Pokemon, right? Like, is the LEIC meta bad? I haven't looked at it, right? But is the LEIC meta bad? Maybe not, because everything has play into each other, even if it's like only like 5, 6 Pokemon or 3 Pokemon. So that, in my mind, that actually is probably a better meta than this one. Is it a more boring meta with less diversity? Boring is very subjective, so that's on people's personal take. But 100% less diversity. I don't know. I think like the more I think about it, I kind of agree with them in a way, right? It doesn't, but again, like I don't mind it, right? Like I'm not saying we need to overhaul this meta and blah blah blah, right? And I don't necessarily agree necessarily that it's an RPS meta, but it could actually be a bad meta. Is that a crazy take?
no, I think that's.
I don't. I mean, I think it's a valid
personally, I don't
take.
mind.
I don't agree with it, but I think it's a valid take.
Well, okay, but I want to ask you then, right? If you don't agree with it too, which is fine if you don't agree with it, we don't have to agree on this. What do you so you think is a good meta, right?
Yeah,
But what makes it good in your mind?
I think that one of the. I mean, I think that like sure there can't. There. I mean, there's always going to be some RPS interactions, right? But I think for the most part, it's not as RPS as a lot of the past metas we've had.
Well, let's not worry about
It's
RPS. Let's worry about maybe more so. I think core breakers is a very serious concern, right? Because it's not necessarily like they RPS me like I'm losing because of this. It's more so like there are certain things because everything has so much more play that this certain thing just like rolls my entire team and it's so hard to play into because like I have to perfectly.
I mean,
align
I think
everything, right?
there's always going to be core breakers in any meta, though.
Yeah, I agree. But the more condensed the meta is, the less core breakers there are, right? Because you can't bring core breakers in a condensed meta.
You can.
You can,
think
but
there's
it's
more.
not likely to be as successful, right?
I mean, if the core breakers are able to core break,
But then if
a lot of the
if
top
they're that
picks-
successful, then they just become meta. Like you can't like core breakers are things that people don't usually bring, but has a lot of play into the meta, right? But like if there's something that like core breaks so much of the meta and the meta's condensed, then that just becomes a meta, no? Then you go from 6th relevant Pokemon to 7th one, right?
I mean, potentially.
I actually, you know, like I don't think RPS is the best phrasing from them, but I actually I actually don't think it's the worst take, actually.
But again, I think that like I think that like sure you might run into like one core breaker here and there that gives you a hard time.
Yeah, but the
my,
problem is
my
like you is double elim, right? One
right
bad loss
but
and you're out,
here's my
right?
counter argument is like we've seen in past metas like back when like Gligar got buffed and like Scald got buffed.
Mm-hmm.
Like the beginning of that meta with like Whiscash and Gligar, I thought that the beginning of that meta was actually a very good meta. I felt like there was a lot of dynamic matchups, But then people saw, oh, Gligar is actually really good and really popular. So then people started running Skarmory to hard counter the Gligar.
Yep.
And then people are like, oh, the Whiscash is really good and really strong and really neutral and really popular. So then people started running Altaria or Mantine to hard counter the Whiscash.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, there's Mantines and Skarmories. I'm going to run a Lantern now to RPS those.
No, I get you. But those are bad metas because they're RPS. I'm saying this could be a bad meta, not because it's RPS.
No, but my point is those metas are RPS because they were more condensed. So people started RPSing the top hits.
No. Those are two. Yes, that's true, but they're not correlated. LEIC meta is condensed, but it's not RPS, right? You can have condensed metas that aren't RPS, but that meta happens to be condensed and RPS, which in my mind was one of the worst metas, right?
I mean, the thing is, the LEIC meta is condensed and not RPS because that's what people are choosing to play. But like someone could go into the LEIC meta and run like Altaria, Annihilate.
I mean, you could always run RPS Pokemon in any meta, right? But like if it's not going to get you wins, it's not really relevant, right? It's like Steve's RPS team at Worlds. Yeah, he could run the most RPS team, but if it's not like, if you can't pilot it well enough because it just doesn't have enough like flexibility into the meta, then it's just like, it's not good, right? That's why I assume people going to LIC are not running crazy RPS stuff because you can't get enough wins with it, right? The problem is in the one you're talking about, the Skarmory Gligar one, you had to run RPS because there were also really good meta Pokemon that had a lot of neutral play outside their RPS matchups, right?
I mean, somewhat, but like again, they weren't there at the beginning when people were running. It was a more condensed meta, and people were just running the neutral stuff. But then the neutral stuff got too popular and too good that people felt like they had to RPS it to be able to deal with it.
Well, yeah, but that's because people didn't realize that the RPS Pokemon could be that good until later, right? I haven't touched our LEIC meta, so I don't know, right? But unless the LEIC meta even devolves into this RPS, because the RPS Pokemon are better than the meta Pokemon we're seeing right now, it's kind of a moot point, right? Because if we haven't seen it, so it's not like we can't say, oh, this meta could also be RPS and condensed, but it's not, right? If it does happen one day, then yeah, sure, yeah. But all I'm saying is like you can have a condensed meta and not be RPS. You can have a condensed meta and be RPS, but the two are not mutually exclusive, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but I feel like there is a little bit of a nuance there between a limited meta and like Open Great League, like a condensed Open Great League meta.
Okay, I'll give you an example too, right? I use this example a lot in like GBL and stuff. Flying Cup is one of the best GBL metas ever. I don't know how it looks these days, but at least like back like when we had Flying Cup metas, right? People always complain about it. Dude, it was so good because Altaria, Aerodactyl, Steelwing, Skarmory, they all had play in each other. Amoga, right? Zapdos. It was like 5 Pokemon, 5 flyers, and that's it, right? And Dragonite. It was like 6 Pokemon. But every game I was like, I could have a win con against every one of these opponents, right? I don't matter if you had an Aerodactyl and the Dragonite. Like you kind of muscle through the Dragon Breath, right? Like you could Steel Wing down the Aerodactyl, but the Aerodactyl could also like rock throw you down, right? Like it was but everyone thought it was the worst meta. But like I don't think people understand just because you don't like a meta doesn't mean it's a bad meta. It was actually a really good meta. It was just a very boring condensed meta, right? But I think like people don't understand the difference between a bad meta, a condensed meta, and an RPS meta. Like these are all different things that some people like. I feel like their vocabulary just combines all of them into one, right? Or 2 into 1, which is, yeah. I mean, even in these tweets, right? I get what the more I think about it, I get what Tanta and Podman are saying. I don't think RPS is the best phrasing that they're going for. Right. But English is also neither of their first languages. So but again, it's not even related to that. I think it's just like people often conflate them with other stuff because RPS meta already sounds bad. So some people, when they're not having a good time, they said, oh, this meta is RPS. I think they're not having a good time because there's just too much play and all the core breakers are messing them up. Right. But I don't know. I actually think it's an interesting discussion. People let me know your thoughts down below, but I mean, I'll still try to play it and do whatever I can to make Bastion win another title, but
Caleb's bringing that core breaker.
True, dude. Maybe I should hop over to EU, man. We be core breaking over there. Maybe you should bring the Bastion Anicor.
Bastion Furret core?
Yo, no
mate.
lie, this actually
Oh.
might be the best time to run Bastion Furret core. We're
Yeah,
talking about how
honestly,
good
no,
Furret
no.
is, and then we
That's
have
true. That's true.
what beats Furret? Corviknights, Altari's like not
If
bad.
I was going to Stuttgart, then yeah, Bastidon Furret Core would actually be sick.
Yeah, whatever you
Yeah,
got going on
fighters
that
are kinda
weekend, maybe you
low.
need to just cancel and just go, or try to do both. Think about it. This actually
Yeah.
could be like you
It's like
knock
the
out the
perfect fight.
final bet that you still owe for over a year.
I don't know that bet anymore. I don't know that bet
We know.
anymore.
Bruh.
Trust me.
I did an exchange forfeit.
Yeah. Maybe exchange. What do you mean exchange?
I did.
Exchange what? There's no contract, no nothing. You never even played it in like a regional. Like I said, like you had to play at
I
Worlds.
know.
No Worlds.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Yeah, but then the exchange for that was that like I shaved my head before I leave.
No, you had to shave your head anyway. Right? I did that for
Yeah, and I was
free.
No, but I was gonna shave my head a week
No.
later.
You're moving the goalpost after you lost a bet, right? Like you're like beggars cannot be choosers, and you're trying to choose, right?
It was fine.
You're more egregious than Oliver Twist these days. Anyway, I actually think that was honestly, I came into that discussion thinking like, man, these guys are tripping. But then the more I think about it, I don't know.
So you think it's a bad meta?
I don't think it's okay. I think if you think about it, if you really sit down and think about it, I actually don't think it's I don't think it's a bad meta. I don't think it's one of our best metas. I don't think it's a really good meta either. I think it's an okay-ish meta. I think it's a lot of fun for people because the variety is so like the range is so much and a lot of things at play. So I think like
Yeah,
if,
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I don't
like,
think it's.
if you asked me
not-
like a week ago or a month ago or a year ago, I would be like, yeah, this is an amazing meta. Like there's so much variety, everything has playing each other, right? Like theoretically, these are all recipes for a good meta, right? But the problem is you only have 6 Pokemon and you can only bring 3, and it's Great League, right? So like if you face a core breaker, like I look at Gone versus Pokemon Moneymakers matchups in the grand finals of Brisbane, dude, Pokemon Moneymaker, like he shouldn't have even won the first 2 games, right? Because Shadow Cicero from Gon's team was so strong. But yeah, you can't bring everything, right? And that's why I said, oh, his Drapion's kind of weak, because the Drapion was what made him so much weaker to it, because he's also now super weak to Shadow Cicero on top of the other stuff that usually is weak to Shadow Cicero. And the same thing for Jumadi. Like I was like, Jumadi can't beat the Shadow Annihilate nor the Fearow, and they cover each other perfectly. Like Pokemon Maker literally just swapped in Annihilate or Fearow. It was like he either had either the Annihilate in the lead or Fear in the lead. Either way, he just knew he saves the shields for that. He has 2 answers for the counters, and like Jumadi had a coin flip. Like, is this a game he brings to Annihilate or is he bringing the Fearow? Because his Annihilate answers Corsola, and then he'll bring Corsola and it's on a Fearow, right? He'll bring the Blastoise or whatever he had for the Fearow, and then in comes the Annihilate, and he's like, what can I do, right? Like I literally watched this game, and it's like, dude, this guy couldn't do anything. Like he had to guess, right? It's not that necessarily it was neither of those Pokemon are super RPS, but into his team, there's such core breakers that you can't beat your opponents no matter what. Again, this is why I think we need 4v4. That's my selling point. There's not enough game time, right? Also, like if you have a core
4v4.
breaker in a 4v4 match, it can only do so much. A Scizor can't beat 4 Pokemon by itself. There's no way, right? You spend all 3 shields on it, you can't beat it, right? So, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not like I don't think it's the best meta we've ever had, but I feel like it's not a bad meta. I'd say it's a generally good meta, but like not the top tier. But like it's still
I'd have to like sit
above
down and look
average.
at all the metas we've had. I think the problem is we have so many bad RPS metas that like it's not hard to be a decent meta or good meta compared to those, right? Like the Gligar, Skarmory, Chargebug was like 9 months, I think, of the year. 9 months of 2024, which is brutal, right? Because it started in December, it continued in March, and then they just like nerfed Spark, but then Water Gun Lantern became relevant for Worlds instead, right? That was a rough year. 2023 was like also really rough because it was 9 months of Trevenant, Noctowl, Lantern. And then what? The year before that was just London. That was honestly one of the best metas, I think. And that was when we had a minute switch timer. Yo, if we had 45-second switch timer for the Trevenant, Walrein, Nidoqueen days, that would have gone kind of hard, I feel like.
That would have been sick.
Yeah. That honestly was one of the best metas, but just people got sick of it because it was like the same thing, right? But be careful what you wish for. That's all I'm going to say.
I feel like no matter what the meta is, people find ways to complain.
Yeah. I mean, that's human nature, right? It'll be like,
Because like
we'll get like Gibble community day and people complaining about that for the first time we have Gibble. Like, it's just like people are gonna find ways to complain. But I think the more I think about it, I think Tauntaun and Patamon actually have solid points. Maybe they didn't phrase it the best, but I actually think it's solid. Anyway, we've that was not where I thought the T topic would go, but you know what? I don't mind it. Let us know your thoughts if you think the meta's bad or not. But always, again, take into consideration what I said, right? It could be condensed, it could be wide, it could be RPS, it could be not RPS, but they don't necessarily mean that it's something's like bad or good. I think RPS metas are inherently bad, right? But I think the other factors don't necessarily make a meta like good or bad. You got to look at other things. Anyway, let's look at the YouTube comments to just wrap things up here. From our last episode, we'll save the Gen comments for when Kaz comes back for interpretation. Infant Smash says the game is littered with cheaters. Trainers with 60,000 kilometers walked is wild. Yeah, 60,000 plus. I think at the end of the day, we just have to accept that because I don't think Scopely cares. Scopely's not I haven't seen anyone get banned for defit, phone rocking, walking to the moon and back kind of thing in a day, right? So I think in a way that's just like a part of the game we just have to accept if we want to like continue playing it and not, it sucks. I mean, I get you, but imagine if tomorrow Scopely bans everyone that's phone rocked or defitted and has like that many kilometers. You know how many top players, like not just PvPers, but grinders in the world that just could be like gone? That would be, yeah, that would be wild. But I don't disagree with you. I just think it's that part of the game you kind of just have to accept, I think, right? They know. There's a reason, like, Walkstar is like a thing, right? Like, they could easily track it, right? But, yo, 8 the Great. He says, is Power Gem on Sableye better now? I had Gleam on mine for a while. No wonder it's been booming people. Yeah, so, especially if running Gleam. Well, I think it depends on the specific meta. I was running Power Gem in the Halloween Cup meta, which I think is good. I think it's because like it's a little bit faster to get to, right? And
I think it depends a lot on the meta and your team and just like what sort of coverage you prefer.
Wait, what is a better move? Is like DPE wise, is it Power Gem? I actually like always forget this because they make so much changes.
I know Power Gem is cheaper.
So Power Gem is 1.7, 50 energy. And then Dazzling Gleam is Dazzling Gleam is 55 energy and it's 1.6. So it's more expensive and it's less DPE. I mean, if they're both super effective, like into like a Mana Buzz or a Murkrow, like why not just run it, right? And they're both neutral into like Carbink, right? Because Carbink was pretty prevalent.
But a lot of times, like it depends on the meta, but like the fairy coverage often pairs with Dark and Ghost better in terms of like super effectives.
Yeah.
But again, it just depends a lot on like your team comp and the meta and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because like both are good into like a Mandibuzz or a Galarian Moltres or a Murkrow.
Right.
But then like if you have any sort of meta where like Guzzlord or Zweilous or Pangoro is good, you're obviously gonna want the Gleam.
Yeah.
So I think both are like pretty viable. From a raw number standpoint, the Power Gem is better, we found out, but
yeah, I think
it's often a worse coverage combo overall.
Yeah, but I think also like I'm trying to think of a situation where you need Gleam over Power Gem. I can't really come up with any. Because like what, into like Altaria, like you're throwing Power Gem, right? Into the Dragons, like Gudra, you probably just go straight Foul Play or like pretend you have Dazzling Gleam, right? I don't know.
Sableye.
Opposing Sableye? Dude, I'm throwing the Foul Play first, no matter what. You don't shield the Ice Shadow Call down, man.
Yeah, again, like I said, mostly it's like the Dark Dragons and the Dark Fighters are like the big ones.
Yeah, but like no one really brings I mean, besides okay, it's pronounced Hikami, right?
Yeah.
Why were all the commenters saying Hikami? Hikami's not like, it's not his first tournament. He's played in like 20, 30 tournaments.
I know. I don't know.
Yo, set your
I mean, we had Hakimi as well in it. So,
Hikimi? Who's that Hikimi?
What?
yeah.
Also, I'm surprised Anicor didn't mention this, but we have our last 3 regional winners were all from Team
Nah,
Pizza.
don't even say it. They have like 100 people
We
on their
know.
team. Like at this point, it's just like if it's a European, it's like a 50% chance that it's a Team Pizza member, right?
But Gon's not European.
It's true.
Yeah, I know, because they're expanded. Like it's like they be hitting up everyone at this point, right? They got people in LATAM as well. Like how many total members of Team Pizza are there right now? Do you know? You don't even know, right?
I can
You don't even
check.
know.
So,
Check who's in that server. I guarantee it's probably like 50 plus.
it is.
This is like SoCal Swablues had like a tournament, but like times 5, you know?
There is. I think there's like
Don't tell me it's
just
100.
under 50, like 48 or something like that.
50?
Just under 50, yeah.
That's actually, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. You have 5 teams? Four teams?
No,
Four
we used to have
teams?
4 teams. Now we've got 3.
Oh, you retired one?
And then there's a lot of people who like over the last few months have like kind of stopped playing, but they're still like in the server in it. So
Yeah.
it's like socially.
Wait, how
So
many
in
people
terms
were
of-
at Gdansk, out of curiosity? Like, what are the numbers looking for these EU tournaments? I know NA's doing pretty
what in
good.
general? I think there was like 90 something at Gdansk.
Would you say there's like less Europeans playing in these regionals? Because I feel like there is this year. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
it seems like there is. The numbers seem down.
So I'm not too sure, but I feel like actually a lot of, aside from Lille, a lot of the like better regionals are on the other side of the year. So I'd expect like, and
What
there's,
makes
like,
it a better regional?
either location or just like convenience. So from my perspective, right? So the UK ones are usually quite popular because it's very
Yeah,
easy
because
to
all the
get
TM pizza
flights.
people go to them.
Well, it's like it's
That's
very
50
easy to get
people
flights
easy,
to.
right? 48 people right there.
Yeah. But I mean, just generally for like the player base in it. So
Yeah,
like,
okay.
it's easier to get flights to London because there's
Yeah,
so many flights that go in and out of
okay,
London
fair.
anyway. Utrecht
But I
is
feel like
usually
all the
quite
flights in
popular as
Europe
well.
are still not that expensive, even for like the harder places to get to, right?
Yeah, but well, I mean, the thing is, so like for example, Gdansk is quite cheap, but also kind of awkward, right? So like for certain people, there might not be flights going directly there. So like some Germans, for example, might have to like either drive or bus it or something like that. So it just depends on like where it is, and
Yeah.
again, from London, everything's relatively easy.
Okay, but my follow-up question is, I feel like numbers are a little bit down compared to like last year's European regionals, or maybe even 2 years ago. But they're the
I
same
don't know.
locations,
I
right?
do
I think-
expect an increase.
I have
this coming
a
year, 'cause I think a lot of
few guesses as to some of the factors. I don't know all of it, but I
Okay.
think part of it is the fact that like we've had like multiple years of the championship series now, and now multiple years of like this top X system, and so I think that there's a lot of players who like, and especially now that Europe has 65 invites, like I think there's a lot of players that are gonna be in that range where like they're sort of a lock for a Worlds invite, but it's gonna be hard to push for a travel award, and so people are sort of, again, because they've been doing this for so long, are being more strategic and are like, well, I only need to go to maybe like 3 regionals to lock in the World's qualification, versus like last year maybe they were going to 6. And so I think people who either don't want to chase the travel awards or don't think they're quite in range for it are potentially scaling back how much they're competing, just from like a time and money standpoint. And again, especially with those extra invites for Europe too, it's going to be a little easier to qualify this year as well. And so I think people are sort of just like taking scope of like where they see themselves at on that CP leaderboard. And if they don't really see themselves chasing the travel award, they're sort of scaling back to what maybe the more minimum is just to qualify for Worlds.
Yeah. I mean, I think like increased amount of spots makes it a little bit easier to like not feel the pressure to go to as many, right? So, that's interesting. I don't know. I because it looks like there's like a steady increase in all the NA tournaments for some reason this year. But I mean, also like first regional of the year, I get it, and then Vegas, I get it because it's Vegas. So
What are the numbers for Vegas looking
it's over
like?
200 now. It might be the 218. What's the
I
kicker?
think
225?
I don't
No,
know.
wait. 120 something is the kicker. The next kicker is 264, I think. We're probably not gonna hit that one.
No, I think it's like 250 maybe.
Oh, 256, I
don't
think,
know.
or something like that, right? Wait, no. Isn't just double of 124?
124 is not a kicker. I think it's 128.
Oh, well, wouldn't it be double of I don't even know what
Double 128 is 256, right?
yeah, let me see.
But I think if I think that has potential to pass Atlanta for the biggest NA regional to date. Because I think Atlanta was like 220, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. What's the largest to date? Probably some like LATAM regional.
It was what was it? Was it Monterey or whatever?
Monterey, yeah.
LATAM one was like the weekend after Atlanta was the biggest regional.
Okay,
we've
so
ever had.
129 is a kicker at the 100 mark, and then it's 256. So 257 you need for the second kicker. Yeah, I mean we wouldn't get to like 513 for the third one, but yeah. So if we hit 257, you get championship points for like wait, yeah. If you hit 257, you get championship points for 65th through 128. 80. That's actually a good chunk. Hey, Anicor, maybe you should come to Vegas next week.
Yeah, run your Bastion and Furret car there.
Is it crazy? What's the flights?
I don't know. I'm not gonna go, so I'm not even gonna check.
Why? Just you could crash with me and Ash and Ash.
No, that's fine.
Heathrow. Let me see. What's the dates? It's this upcoming.
Man, do you really want to be flying in the U.S. right now, though?
Why? Because all the flight issues.
Yeah.
What happened?
Wow.
They're like reducing the number of flights every day, and then that's causing like additional delays and cancellations and stuff.
Dude. Yeah, maybe we don't make the kicker because of that alone.
I mean, because that has to be like 257, like actually with like teams submitted and stuff, right? Like it's not just registered.
Okay, London to Vegas. If we do by price, I think we do $785.
I ain't going, bro. Like,
Okay.
Come on, Caleb. He has to spend his time practicing his song.
Anyway, all right. Let's wrap this up because Anicor needs his beauty sleep. You know,
yeah, man.
he gotta get the nice sleep so his hair grows real back, nice and healthy. If his match says, "Bro, $60 for a haircut's insane. Spend $20 in gas and get your cut outside of LA." See, the thing is, $20 in gas in LA, getting out of LA is not going to get you very far. But how much is your hair? Oh, what am I asking? This guy shaves his head. I was gonna say, how much is your haircut when you're like getting your haircut, Anicor, in London?
£30.
What is that in US?
Mine's usually like 30 USD.
Yeah, I mean, okay. For what it's worth, it's about $40. So that's actually not too bad. Yeah, I think it's just you have to play. You're like, it's like it depends, right? Like anything that's around that price in LA is going to be pretty bad. You know, obviously, I live in a city that's more expensive than most, so it is kind of how it goes. Like, yeah, theoretically speaking, I could get cheap cuts in China all the time, but it's not easy to go to China for the cheap cuts. Of course, Steve says, seriously, I'm paying less than 20 USD. That seems crazy. Yo, Steve as much as I pay, I feel like Steve loses more every year on like money from just stuff he loses, right? His backpack he did get back, but the phone. You heard about how he finessed a backpack, right, Anicor?
No, what?
So remember how he lost his backpack at Worlds?
Yeah.
He got it back,
Yeah.
but he filed a claim for it.
Oh, he got money.
He got like, what was it? 1,500?
I don't remember something.
He got like 1,500 or something.
Sick.
And he got the backpack back with everything in it.
That is sick. That is sick.
What were you doing, man? You should have lost your backpack at LAX. Oh no, and then you could have got the backpack and the additional funds to come to Vegas.
Should have, yeah.
And then Steve says, "Is Steve even a host of this podcast anymore?"
Who's that? Who?
Steve.
Who?
Steve.
Who's that guy?
Oh. I thought you were actually confused for a second. Anyway, that's gonna do it for us. Good discussion on the meta. Shout out to Anicor for staying a little bit past his bedtime. The mouth taste about come on soon.
Yeah, man.
But all right, there's no tournament this weekend, right?
No, it's just Vegas and Buenos Aires next weekend.
All right.
and then
I
IRC,
need
and then
Marshall.
Stuttgart.
I need Marshall Galde to get his juju fortune telling skills back so he could predict the winner of Vegas before it happens. Because he's what? 2 for 2 now?
Yeah, but maybe he used them all up. You gotta know when to quit when you're ahead.
Yeah, that's
Because if you
we're
go
going to Vegas, man. That's not the Vegas mentality. Yeah.
Martha's not going to Vegas, is he?
No, I know. But all right, let's wrap this up because Anicor's fade in real time. So we'll catch you all next week. Oh, next week we get the cover, the Maroon 5 cover. So
Allegedly.
Yeah. She will be loved next week.
If you're not above
Stay
2800s
tuned.
next week in GBL and you're somehow in the 2700s, 2600s, you might have to sing two Maroon 5 covers. Yeah, Mariah Carey's coming real soon. You might as well start picking out the songs now. All right, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.